right now.
I hope you know what you're doing.
People are irrational, but can be persuaded. Welcome to Applied Psychology. I'm a professor first, but sometimes I work as a consultant.
Who do you think you are? James Bond.
I think I'll throw my back out.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and stream.
Talk to me, I'll speak to you. Can you listen to the sound?
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
Now lease the Santa Fe for $269 per month or get up to $3,000 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Spectrum One brings you seamless connection. Get Spectrum One. You won't be stressing with our fastest download speeds. Advanced Wi-Fi security. Free nationwide 5G. Call 1-844. It's the one.
Hey, the song ain't done. Let me tell you a little bit about Spectrum One. No diggity, doubt the best deal in town. $49.99, how that sound? Get Spectrum One for $49.99 a month. Call 1-844. It's the one.
Instantly. DraftKings, you spoiling me now with these big payouts. Retired NFL smart guy Ryan Fitzpatrick. Break it down for us.
Just place your bet, and the bonus bets instantly appear in your account. Like magic. Like Fitz magic.
That's too much magic. It's too much magic.
This week, go for two. Bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, up to $150 back in bonus bets, no sweat. The crown is yours.
0% plus no payments till next year, only at Chess Round.
Welcome back to College Countdown. Marcus Freeman off to a 4-0 start with his team in his second full year as the head coach. And Joshua Perry spoke with Freeman earlier this week about how far he thinks this Notre Dame team can go.
It doesn't matter, right? Like, the mindset is reach your full potential. Reach your full potential. And if that means we'll win every game we play, great. How good this team can be, I don't know. We'll see. We're just chasing this level, man, that whatever the cap is, however good we can be, let's make sure we get as close as we can to that level.
Well, it's interesting because Marcus Freeman, you can tell that mindset, the mentality, it's changed a little bit since year one. What would you say is different?
I mean, hearing a coach say it doesn't matter is a little bit jarring in terms of can you win a national championship, but you have to think back to last year. Started off 0-2, so when you go into week 3, you can't even talk about a national championship anymore. And I think he's really trying to manage the anxiety and the thought process of these players. They're all high achievers. They're all very process-oriented. Get them thinking day by day instead of big picture, and they can go game by game and win.
Expectations are not tied to the result. That's what I got out of that piece right there. I mean, at the end of the day, and to your point, Joshua, you lose in college football, and now you can't.
He also learned, look, you got to have a quarterback, all right? And so he went and he got Sam Hartman, one of the most experienced veteran quarterbacks. He rewrote the passing records in the ACC, and now he's here at Notre Dame to play in games like this. This was why he transferred here.
This is why he transferred, and one of his best qualities is his down-the-field accuracy. You even go back to last year against Clemson. He moves to his right. He throws left. But look at the ball placement. Gives that corner no opportunity to make a play. Now, he can throw in small areas. He's got pressure up the middle. He sidesteps and once again throws the ball downfield to give his guy an opportunity. Now this year, you got Chris Tyree in the slot. He recognizes the matchup. Once again, ball placement, accuracy, down the field. These are big plays that can change a game. And then finally, last week, this is good coverage. There's small separation, small window. He can drop it in, pinpoint accuracy, and that's where they've been able to excel this year. Explosive plays, 11 plays, plus 40 this year. Last year, all of last year, 6.
Wow. He's thrown 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's completing 71% of his passes. But back to defense over here. Ohio State. Let's talk about what they plan on doing in this matchup against Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Notre Dame defense, they like to play man-to-man, right? And so I think it puts a lot of pressure on guys like Ben Morrison and Cam Hart to play one-on-one against Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Egbuka. So what do? You mix up the fronts and you get after the quarterback. You allow a little bit of indecision into Kyle McCord, and ultimately that's going to save the guys in the back end.
That's going to be a fun matchup to watch back there in the secondary. The guys who are excited to watch that, Noah Eagle and Todd Blackledge, they're here for tonight's matchup, calling the game. Good evening, guys, and what are you guys looking for?
What's up, Maria? I mean, look, there's really not much more we have to say other than a top 10 matchup, packed Notre Dame Stadium, two elite programs and elite teams going toe-to-toe. This is really what you dream of when you're playing in your backyard as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, as a player, this is why you come to a Notre Dame or an Ohio State, to play in a game like this on this kind of a stage. Maria says it looks like Christmas. I'm just glad we're playing a game here in September and not December.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. When Sam Hartman transferred in here, he said, man, the weather stunk. It was terrible. Well, it's perfect right now. Conditions are outstanding. And you speak about Hartman, both these quarterbacks, Hartman on one side and Kyle McCord for Ohio State, completely differing levels of experience coming into this game.
Yeah, Kyle McCord, his first year as a starter, he just got named the full-time starter a week ago. He's getting better each time he plays. He'll have to play his best tonight. And Sam Hartman, the guy's already talked about it, a wealth of experience. But I think the biggest thing he's brought to this team is a calming presence and a confidence that has pervaded the whole team.
Quarterbacks are always the leading men. It's just how it goes. They get the headlines. But the trenches is where this game is going to be won, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to today.
Yeah, a lot of stars outside, but talented offense and defensive lines. How's that show up? Running the ball, stopping the run, protecting the quarterback, harassing the quarterback. One guy to keep an eye on, Michael Hall Jr. for Ohio State. This fireball was a difference maker in the game last year, and he could be a real disruptive force.
Big boys up front on both sides, offensive and defensive. The skill positions are off the charts. It's Ohio State and Notre Dame, Maria. It doesn't get better than this.
All right, it's time for game picks, Noah, and we're going to start with Ahmed. Take it away.
Yeah, I think Ohio State has the advantage talent-wise. I'm going with the Buckeyes. Mike?
I'm going with Notre Dame, guys. To me, they have the advantage in the trenches.
I'm with you. Notre Dame, tight ball game, but I just have a feeling in this place tonight.
Okay.
Y'all must not have listened to Ryan Day. Y'all didn't listen to Ryan Day. I'm going Ohio State.
That's why I'm going Ohio State. I was like a little bit mad, Ryan Day. We're going to go with the Buckeyes here today. All right, it's time to bang the drum. It's something that we do every single night. And tonight, we're bringing in Dean Norris, who was born right here in South Bend before starring in Breaking Bad. Come on, Dean, bring the noise.
No, that's Jerome Bettis.
Oh, just kidding. And Jerome Bettis. We got the bus, we got Dean, we got everybody here in South Bend. Enjoy the first half. We'll see you at halftime.
This has been College Countdown, presented by Genesis.
Oh, it's about to be a party in here. BetMGM's got all the sports betting in one place. And it's live, baby. We're placing money lines in real time. We got second half spreads and third set winners as they happen. Overs hitting in extra innings. Live is where the action is at. Can we get these people a promo? There it is.
Are you guys watching? This is my favorite part. Are you watching? Are you watching?
Hank, shh.
Okay, time to get your own bed, Hank.
Chewie has great prices.
Spoiler, his father's half man, half cyborg.
Hank.
I'm just happy we're watching a movie instead of a baking show.
Shh.
Hope you like plaid. I do. Who wants popcorn? Not it.
Not it.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
He's gonna miss the best part.
Get more of what your pet loves with everyday great prices and fast free shipping at Chewy.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, water. This particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family.
Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cash back at its best.
At Consumer Cellular, our customer service team is based here in America.
America?
America.
From sea to shining sea.
Beautiful.
And the kick is no good. Their epic losing streak continues.
A kick in the teeth would hurt less. But they probably miss that too. Let's show them that someone here knows how to kick it. With Fireball. Fire. Ignite the night with Fireball.
I love watching sports. And now, thanks to AI, it's so easy.
Peacock has the most live sports of any stream.
Thanks, Allen Iverson.
Well, we've waited all week for this matchup. Number 6 versus number 9 in the country as Ohio State heads on the road to Notre Dame Stadium to take on the Irish. And if you could paint a perfect picture of what college football should look like, it might look like Christmas, but it feels like prime time right now. And we are absolutely over the moon to be bringing you this matchup between the Irish and the Buckeyes. Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, Catherine Tappan, Ahmed Fareed, and Terry McCauley with you. And Notre Dame in their green uniforms with a sea of green around them, are ready for what should be a fantastic showdown.
Yeah, and for Notre Dame, they've got to handle the energy, the emotion of this game, and the speed of Ohio State and their early force.
Ohio State coming into this one, both teams undefeated, both teams looking to prove to themselves and to the rest of the country, let alone their fan bases, that they belong in that national championship conversation. And with Sam Hartman leading the way and Marcus Freeman in year 2, Notre Dame is ready. And here come the Irish. Ohio State to a crowd of boos. 3-0 on the season, looking to showcase what they've got this year.
I like what Ryan Day said to us. You know, our guys have a lot of big games to reference. This is a big game, and they're used to it.
It's a rematch of the season opener last year as we go down to Catherine Tappan.
Coach, you said you want your team to be aggressive and attack. What does that look like on the field tonight?
We talk about seizing this opportunity. The minute the foot hits the ball, I don't care if it's kickoff or kickoff return, we got to go. And I don't want them to play to not make a mistake, man. Be fearless and let's go attack.
Ohio State has an inexperienced quarterback in Kyle McCord, but the top receiving threat in the country in Marvin Harrison Jr. How do you slow him down?
You know what, we got to continue to do the things we've done well, right, and switch it up. He's a good quarterback, and they got some really talented receivers. But I'm excited to see this defense go out there and play and really seize this special opportunity that we have.
Coach, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Marcus Freeman started his regular season head coaching career last year with a loss at Ohio State, his alma mater. Now he's got a chance for revenge, and the stars are out. Prime time Saturday night here at Notre Dame Stadium. Number 6 versus number 9 is next on NBC.
The intensity of the big moment. The expertise to be the best. The only team that's proven. The most accurate.
9 years in a row. Storm Team 4, the authority on Central Ohio weather, no matter the season. Storm Team 4, the most accurate.
Okay, pizza lovers, I've got 3 words for you. Hot, honey, pepperoni. That's right, Donato's Hot Honey Pepperoni Pizza is back. Loaded with pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, crushed red pepper, and a Mike's Hot Honey drizzle. For a delicious combination of heat and sweet that demanded an encore. Now get $3 off a large Hot Honey Pepperoni Pizza using promo code HOT. Get yours before it's gone again. Donato's. Every piece is important.
Okay, DraftKings, a bonus bet back if you lose, giving people a second chance? Ryan Fitzpatrick, you've had your fair share of those. Talk to me.
With a no-sweat bet, if your first team doesn't work out, you can just bet on a different team, like Miami or Buffalo, Washington, Tampa, New York, Cincinnati, Tennessee.
Cincinnati.
We're giving out no-sweat bets every NFL game day, every week of the season, to everyone. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
It's tailgate party time at Riker, and we're not just talking trucks. All the hottest sedans, crossovers, and SUVs are waiting for you at Riker.
Riker has exactly what you're looking for every time.
Riker's got you covered.
Grew up watching these guys on TV. My family's bought tons of cars for them.
Riker has what I'm looking for.
There's a lot of choices in Ohio. I had to pick Riker. Riker's got everything you want.
I got the right car at Riker.
Shop thousands of vehicles today at Riker.com.
Get the right car.
Shouldn't you guys be in the locker room right now?
It's not a single store. Welcome to Big Sandy's Superstore.
It is a perfect night for football here in South Bend. Notre Dame won the toss. They elect to defer to the second half. That means Spencer Schrader is going to kick it off, and Xavier Johnson, the grad captain, will receive it. And it will be a touchback to start us out, which means Kyle McCord, the new starting quarterback who was named the official starter before the Week 3 game a week ago against Western Kentucky, where he put up a season-high 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. This is his first big test on the road here at Notre Dame.
Yeah, they opened the season at Indiana, but this is a much better team, a much more hostile environment. He's going to have to control his nerves, control the huddle, the line of scrimmage, the communication. But the good news is he took a big step forward last week in the way he played against Western Kentucky.
And the better news is he's got some of the best skill position players in the country, including Travion Henderson, the running back here on first down. Play action. This is what they do well. Swing it to Abuka. And no running room. He gets away from one tackle, but not the second. J.D. Bertrand, the captain, coming back after missing last week with a concussion, records his first tackle of the night.
Well, right away, Bertrand makes his presence felt. When he missed last week, then the other guy, DJ Brown, one of their safeties, missed. The communication on the defense really suffered. One of the real leaders, Bertrand, as a communicator for this defense.
Abuka in motion once again. Hand it to Henderson. Good blocking in front, and Henderson bursts forward across the 25, but it will be 3rd and long, and this is what the Notre Dame defense was looking forward to doing.
I think the line of demarcation tonight when Ohio State has the ball is 3rd down, and it's either under 6 or 6 or more. If it's under 6, Ohio State has the advantage because they've got the run-pass threat with this talented backfield and line. If it's over 6 yards, the pressure packages with Al Golden, the defensive coordinator of Notre Dame, have the upper hand.
Henderson split out wide, now back into the backfield. You've got Marvin Harrison Jr. and Benjamin Morrison locked in a primetime matchup at the bottom of your screen. 3rd and long. McCord settles, fires. Stover, first down. The transitioned tight end who has shown incredible skill picks up 14 and moves the sticks.
Really nice read by Kyle McCord. They showed pressure, then they only rushed 3. And Stover just finds a nice hole in the middle of this zone. They're dropping 8. He turns quickly, shows his numbers.
And they're going to go quick here and run it up the gut. Travion Henderson picks up 3 before being shoved backward.
The difference between Ohio State's offense this year and last year with C.J. Stroud, who was the second guy picked in the draft, is on these second down plays, they're more likely to run the football and try to get into a third and manageable. They've got more trust right now in their running game and trying to take some pressure off their new quarterback, Kyle McCord.
McCord mentioned having the job in his hand has kind of alleviated some of the pressure for himself. He's played a little bit more relaxed in the last 2 weeks. He'll look to go to the air again, to the outside. It's Stover who breaks a tackle. Stiff arms another, and he dives forward for another first down. Benjamin Morrison couldn't wrap him up, and Stover goes to the tune of another 8.
Well, one of the things that's been a problem for Notre Dame through the first 4 games is missed tackles. I think that's number 45 now on the season. Stover's a strong guy. He's got skill after the catch.
Play action for McCord, looking for a deep ball down the sideline. Incomplete. He overthrew Ibuka in stride.
And that was Thomas Harper in coverage. The transfer from Oklahoma State has really solidified this back end of the defense. He's the slot corner working on Ibuka, an outstanding receiver, and Harper is right with him stride for stride.
Harper, who actually played for defensive coordinator at Ohio State Jim Knowles when he was at Oklahoma State, and he had a lot of wonderful things to say about that young man and his work ethic. Go empty here on 2nd and 10. Notre Dame shows blitz. Now they fall back, and it's going to be, looks like, offsides.
Now they're going to call it on Ohio State.
Wow.
Ball start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It looked like Leofau was going to be the guy that caused this. They're going to call it on the right tackle, Josh Fryer. I don't know. That was very close.
Awfully close, and Ryan Day not happy about it. Ryan Day now in his 5th full season as the head man at Ohio State, and the 44-year-old has done a whole lot of winning in Columbus. Overall record has been impeccable, 48-6. But penalty sets up 2nd and 15. Play clock down to 5. Henderson looking for the hole, can't find it. Javonte Jean-Baptiste, the transfer from Ohio State, wraps up his former teammate.
Jean-Baptiste liked it at Ohio State, loved playing for Larry Johnson, the defensive line coach there. Just thought he would have more opportunities. There was a very talented defensive line room there, and he has become a real force on this Notre Dame defense through the first 4 games.
Ohio State has been converting less than 50% on 3rd and short and less than 40% on 3rd down all year. Here's 3rd and 12 from McCord. Dials it up down the middle of the field. Incomplete. He was overthrowing Ibuka again. Xavier Watts was deep in coverage, had a break on the football, and it's 4th down.
Kyle McCord was kind of lucky on this one because there was a safety back there over the top. Ibuka is going to work down the middle of the field, but you're going to see the safety coming over the top, Xavier Watts, in position. So in essence, they double covered Ibuka, and McCord very lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
So it'll be a punt on the first offensive possession for Ohio State. Chris Tyree, former running back, now wide receiver, will go back to return it from Jesse Micro, who, despite having that last name, is 6'4", 220 pounds.
A party in here. BetMGM's got all the sports betting in one place, and it's live, baby. We're placing money lines in real time. We got second half spreads and third set winners as they happen. Overs hitting in extra innings. Live is where the action is at. Can we cut these people a promo? There it is.
On a Sunday. Gotta go.
I forgot the sausage. You guys ready to eat? There you go.
They ordered pineapple. You gotta smell the butt to know if it's right.
Hear that noise? Basic white.
Precious cream always in the bag.
Because cream rules everything around?
All right, chefs, we gotta go get the beans. Think they asked for big, bro.
Yeah, what I mean?
Chef, they definitely said pinto beans.
Actually, they want fava beans.
You're so good at this. We get groceries. DoorDash.
The Queen of Country is here.
Reba's tots are soggy.
Off with his hand.
Notre Dame football is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Well, we're underway here at Notre Dame Stadium to a terrific scene, and now Sam Hartman. This was his first big game that he circled. Home game for him in front of an incredible crowd, and he's mentioned the support since coming over from Wake Forest has really been special.
Yeah, I mean, everything about him has been outstanding for Notre Dame. The talent, the experience, but it's his calming presence, I think, that's had the biggest impact on not just this offense, but this entire Notre Dame team.
The offense has been spectacular, 40-plus points in all 4 of their games so far. Fake it to the motion man. Now Estime, nowhere to go. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tyleik Williams with a quick burst to the running back, and no gain for the Irish.
Now, Tyleik Williams and Michael Hall Jr. on the inside are going to be a handful for these 2 guards. Rocco Spindler that time was working on Williams and kind of got driven into the backfield.
Now, Devin Ford's going to be in there at running back. Notre Dame will use 5 different men in the backfield. Estime is the bell cow, but the other 4 all bring a specific skill set. Hartman on second down with plenty of time in the pocket, and finally finds a wide open receiver. Chris Tyree with a big gain and dumped down at the 35. Josh Proctor finally catches up after a 25-yard pickup from the senior.
We're watching Tyree do a nice job transitioning from running back to wide receiver, and this time he's going to just sit down in the zone. He read zone coverage. He did the right thing. Sit down in the hole and let the quarterback find you. Nice adjustment to coverage by Chris Tyree.
We asked Marcus Freeman what it's been like to have Tyree now transfer over to wide receiver. He said it's his work ethic. He actually really studies the craft more than anything else. It's allowed him to have success early on this year. First set of downs. Estime back in there instead. Oh, it's just devoured. Great job by Ohio State to recognize, and Jack Sawyer coming off the edge gets a hand on it, and the former high school quarterback wrecks this immediately.
Yeah, he had eyes on the quarterback, timed his jump, unblocked, and did what he's supposed to do. Can't get to the quarterback, get a hand on the football. They've moved him around a lot last year in Jim Knowles' first year. This year they're kind of keeping him in the same spot, and he has been much more productive playing that basic defensive end position.
Second down and 10. Fake it to Estime, swing it to the outside. Their tight end, Mitchell Evans, is spilled across the 40. Sets up third and short. Lathan Ransom with his first tackle tonight.
So Ohio State defense has played very well through the first 3 games. Again, now this is their biggest challenge, the best offense they will have faced. Last year they had good numbers all the way until the end, and then they gave up some yards and points to Penn State, and then the last 2 games against Michigan and Georgia got exposed by giving up too many big plays. That's been their point of emphasis so far this season.
Allowing 6.7 points per game through their first 3. Thomas, the motion man, third and 3. Hartman, through his progression, finds the soft spot. Right back to Evans for a first down.
Just great poise in the pocket and no panic by Sam Hartman. You're going to see now his eyes, he's looking this way first. He's reading to the right of the formation, and it's 1, 2, back to 3 right there in the middle for the easy first down. In the pregame show, they talked about Sam Hartman used to throwing in tight spaces. The offense he played at Wake Forest, there was a lot of what's called a slow mesh, and he threw passes about 2 or 3 yards off the line of scrimmage with lots of bodies around him. He's very comfortable in the pocket.
Handoff, and again, great job by the Ohio State defense to sniff out the run as Estime get down low. Tommy Eichenberg with a stop. Time now for the progressive game flow, and this is exactly what we were talking about in terms of the two quarterbacks, but the experience and the presence of Sam Hartman. It's clear it's his 50th start at this level.
Well, everything Kyle McCord is seeing is for the first time. Everything Sam Hartman's seen, he's already seen.
And he delivers right on the money once again to the 45-yard line for Jaden Thomas.
I mean, you can try to disguise coverages and show him something in the pre-snap, but he's seen everything. You know, in that many games, he knows what a defense is trying to do to him. Now, if you get pressure on him and you make him uncomfortable, then you still have a chance to slow him down.
Jabron Payne in there at running back, already the 4th running back we've seen on this opening possession. Greathouse in motion, hand it to Payne, up the gut, and he's going to drag the pile for a first down.
Yeah, they told us Jabron Payne is a guy who, you know, he does a little bit of everything, and they ask him to do a lot of unique things. And we might even see him in a wildcat down by the goal line, just inside zone power football. Good push between the center and the right guard, and Payne gets right in, fits right in there and gets the first down. How about that? 4 running backs already.
Keeping everybody fresh. Now Hartman slowing it down, waiting for the right call. 1st and 10, back to the air. Hartman in trouble, spins away, gets it to Payne. Payne needs to make a man miss, and can't do so. Does get back to the line of scrimmage, picks up 1 on the play, and then a flag comes in late.
Yeah, just a late move by Igbinosun. I mean, he was in good coverage. He did a nice job keeping it to a short game, but just a little extracurricular at the end of the play in the white. All right, you did your job. You made a nice play. Now, you don't need to do anything more. Just kind of rode him in there. Didn't really push or hit. He just kind of rode him in past the white. And when you do it on the home sideline.
There's no foul for a late hit out of bounds.
Okay. Well, good.
This is a Big Ten crew. Larry Smith, our referee. And Terry McCauley gives us the thumbs up sign of approval. I would say that would have been ticky-tack if anything else.
Yep.
10th play of the drive upcoming either way. And it will be 2nd and 9. But Notre Dame marching down the field as they've done all season long through their first 4 games, starting with that Week 0 victory in Dublin against Navy. Hartman steps up. Oh, my catch! Wow! Mitchell Evans across his body, spectacular.
Evans is primarily the inline blocking tight end, but look at this catch. Working against Steel Chambers, the inside linebacker. One arm is being held by the linebacker, and he just reaches up and snatches it for a big-time catch and a first down.
This has been known as tight end university for a reason, and Mitchell Evans is expected to be that next guy who takes a step forward now as a junior. That play will go a long way. Estime back in there, first down. Hand it to him. Estime. And he just can't find any space early on as Igbinosun comes up to make the play. Time now for the honor roll, brought to you by Nissan.
Well, Audric Estime has not gotten it going yet. Jaden Greathouse is a freshman wide receiver who's played really well this year. We haven't seen him touch the ball yet. On defense, we mentioned Michael Hall Jr., very disruptive on the inside. And Tommy Eichenberg just fits the prototype mold of a middle linebacker at Ohio State. Great run defender, very smart, the captain and quarterback of that defense.
2nd and 9. 2 tight ends in there for Notre Dame. Hand it to Estime, following his blockers and picks up a couple. Sets up 3rd and manageable as Steel Chambers, the former running back, comes in to make a big play.
Well, they're definitely in field goal range right now, because watching their place kicker in pregame, he has a monster leg, Spencer Schrader. But a 3rd down and pretty manageable for a quarterback like Sam Hartman, who's off to a very fast start right now, 6 for 7.
'50th start for Hartman. all the experience. This is the game he was looking forward to. Merriweather in motion on 3rd and 6. Hartman, dump it. Payne makes one man miss and explodes forward. It's going to be awfully close. Looks like he's about a half yard shy of the first down.
Now decision time for Marcus Freeman. You got a great drive going. You want to be the team that scores first. It's only a 4-man rush. Ohio State showed pressure and dropped out, and Hartman did a nice job finding his dunk down. And it's 4th and short, and Marcus Freeman wants to keep this momentum going behind that offensive line.
Notre Dame 3 for 3 on 4th down on the season. Estime, the running back.
And he's 235 pounds. I'd run behind Big Joe Alt, the left tackle.
Fake it to him. Now Hartman's going to have to do it himself. Gets away from the first. Oh, he's got space to get there, and he does. Lowers the shoulder at the end, and Sam Hartman picks up the first down. Showing that toughness early.
Well, credit Ohio State for not biting the play fake. They were in perfect position to defend both receivers. And Sam Hartman, who doesn't run a lot, does a nice job. They're going to try to slip 2 receivers out. Ohio State has both of them covered. And Hartman does the only thing he can on that play, which is run for the first down. It looks like they're going to take a look at it. Ryan Day down there trying to get him to stop and look at it.
Well, the first down is under further review.
The real question here is, where's that football? Again, the football is going to dictate where the spot is here, and he's holding it actually behind him when he goes out of bounds, as opposed to in front of him because of how he delivered this shoulder. And that's going to be awfully, awfully close. We'll step aside. They'll take a look at it. We'll have the result when we return to Notre Dame Stadium.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. Just 3 days a week. Sometimes just 1 game a day. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel, with live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night at Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan house.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
Ugh, bit of an eyesore.
I'll say.
Dry shave. Interesting technique.
That's going to come back to haunt him. Some people clean while they cook, not these folks.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saves us a ton. If only they'd bundled the leaves. You know, I wouldn't have pegged these two as yogis.
I still don't.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
There it was. He had to make it to the 17-yard line, and Cody Simon with a big-time hit. He hit him high and did not allow the football to get past the 17-yard line.
The officials just made the call. Notre Dame was short of the line to gain, so Ohio State bends but doesn't break, and this defense making a massive play there to get it back to their offensive side.
Well, good first possessions for both defenses, right? Both teams moved the ball, and the defense came up with a stop. Now, Sam Hartman, I don't think he should have tried to reach the ball because he might have lost the football, too. He was protecting the ball, but it was just an outstanding tackle by Cody Simon on the sideline.
So it brings out Kyle McCord in this Ohio State offense once again. It'll be a handoff to Henderson on first down, who wiggles his way across the 20 and down to the 22. Time now for the honor roll, brought to you by Nissan.
Well, Marvin Harrison Jr., we've talked about it, outstanding player. Travion Henderson's got the speed. He's got kind of back to his old form of his freshman year. On defense, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, the transfer from Ohio State. And Maurice Luafau, who's all over the field.
Henderson again, no running room. Chopped down short of the 25. J.D. Bertrand, another play. And now 3rd and medium, and again another test for this Ohio State offense.
Notre Dame's defense got their cleats in the ground. Kyle McCord
going quick on 3rd down. McCord feeling the pressure, looking to escape. Can't do so. Tripped up. Jordan Botello with a big play, and it's 4th down.
Ohio State tried to go fast. We just mentioned Leofo and how he flies all over the field. He's the guy that's going to force the pressure. Watch number 8 get into the backfield and force Kyle McCord to leave the pocket. And then he's wrapped up short of the 1st down. So another nice stop by the Notre Dame defense. Both defenses making some plays so far.
Second punt of the day for Mirko. And he'll get it off with a fair catch. Chris Tyree has to just secure it, make sure he gets underneath it. It'll be a drive that starts from the 32 after a 42-yard boot. And Notre Dame another chance.
Jersey Mike's, they slice your sub right in front of you. All that meat and cheese just for me. Watching that takes me to my happy place. Oh, wait. Jersey Mike's is my happy place. Kelly, did I place an order here in my happy place?
Not yet, Danny.
Then I'm going back to reality.
Number 7 for Danny.
Oh, thanks, reality, Kelly. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
I wanna go outside again. I wanna sit back with all the windows down and
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
What's that taste like, Pops? You never had a Guinness? It looks dark and heavy. It's actually light on its feet and smooth as velvet.
Like you when you played ball.
Did he used to be a tennis player? Sure did.
Instantly. DraftKings, you spoiling me now with these big payouts. Retired NFL smart guy Ryan Fitzpatrick. Break it down for us.
Just place your bet, and the bonus bets instantly appear in your account. Like magic. Like Fitz magic.
That's too much magic. It's too much magic.
This week, go for 2. Bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, up to $150 back in bonus bets, no sweat. The crown is yours.
I need your help solving a murder.
Whose murder?
Mine.
People predictably make wrong decisions. Why?
I hear people are irrational.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Tomorrow night, TJ Watt and the Steelers take on Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders in Las Vegas. Football Night in America begins at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. And Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark will have the call. Tim Brown, legendary Heisman Trophy winner from Notre Dame. Of course, Raiders wide receiver for 5 seasons. Then Jerome Bettis with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Pro Football Hall of Famer, absolute legend. The bus riding off into the sunset with a Super Bowl victory. Second possession now for Notre Dame after the defense forced a 3-and-out. 1 minute and 22 seconds. Now here's the 5th running back of the night, the freshman Jeremiah Love.
Now, he was a track star in high school, has great breakaway speed. That's why he's on the field.
Harmon sets up the screen. Jaden Greathouse, who has had a fantastic freshman campaign. The catch and run of 12 yards picks up a 1st down.
Beautiful job by Rocco Spindler, the right guard, getting out in front of this screen. Watch number 50 come and get the key block. Greathouse, they get his hands on the football. There's the block right there on the safety, Proctor, and that's why that play opened up. Number 50 shows rush, gets out there, gets a block, and Greathouse turns it into a 1st down.
This offensive line, especially those 2 tackles, and Spindler, who has just continued to improve game by game, but Joe Alt and Blake Fisher, one of the best offensive units in the country. Play action for Hartman. Dials it up again for Mitchell Evans. Spun down across midfield and across the 45.
A little different look out of the Notre Dame offense. Normally, you don't see Mitchell Evans flanked out like that. He's an inline tight end. They have him split out like a wide receiver, and nobody really accounts for him, and Hartman finds him for a nice, easy completion. Change of formation kind of fooled the Ohio State defense on that one.
8 straight completions for Hartman against an Ohio State defense that's allowed 20 points through their first 3 games.
There's not been any pressure on him. They've not been able to affect him or make him uncomfortable.
Couple of running backs, fake it to one, hand it to Love. Shimmy shake into the secondary. Jeremiah Love picks up another first down.
Wow, I like that action in the backfield. You called it. I mean, this is like an old school fake to one back and give it to the other. And it freezes the inside linebackers. The inside fake holds the linebackers, and then they give it to Love, and that quickness into the hole, and another first down for the Irish.
And that will end the first quarter. So Love's gain of 10 sets up Notre Dame in prime field position at the Ohio State 34-yard line to begin the second quarter. A scoreless tie after 1 between 2 of the top 5 winningest programs in college football history, as the Notre Dame Fighting Irish looking to prove to themselves and the country they belong at the top.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home.
I will do anything to bring people home.
New case.
We make quite the partnership, don't we? Found October 3rd on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
May the weather be cold and your tub be hot. May your hard seltzer be as bubbly as jet-setting number 7. And may the real vodka and real juice be paired with real good company. High noon, sun's up.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Whether it's game day or any day, GoBuckeyes.com is the ultimate destination for your best assortment of officially licensed Ohio State gear. Fashion and fandom go hand in hand with brands like Nike, Champion, and New Era. We have the styles that'll take your game to the next level with fashion-forward comfort that is perfect for your lifestyle in every occasion. And with quick shipping turnaround, shopping at GoBuckeyes.com is a winning experience. Unleash your style and show your Buckeye pride. Shop now at GoBuckeyes.com.
Oh, good. The insurance company's here.
Sorry about your car. Whether far or near, Insurance Co. is here. Now I gotta fly, I'm just the jingle guy.
With some insurance companies, you get a jingle.
Ooh, nice begonias.
With NJM, you get a dedicated rep whose top priority is you.
Did that just...
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Get a quote today.
May you find a new way to tequila. May it be new High Noon Tequila Seltzer. And may you always remember your credit card, Michaels.
Who are your parents?
It's here. High Noon Tequila Seltzer.
Brand new Riker Kias, only $135 a month. We're dealing.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Ford here at Notre Dame Stadium. And we've got a scoreless tie through the first quarter of this game. Both offenses finding their footing. And Todd Blackledge, we look at what's gone on so far. What stood out to you?
Well, I think what stood out to me is that Ohio State has done what they wanted to do defensively, make Notre Dame one-dimensional, but they have not been able to affect Sam Hartman. He is picking them apart. I expect to see Ohio State go to some more pressure here and try to get after Sam Hartman, get him out of his rhythm.
Defensively, for both teams, it feels like that was a big test for both of them coming in. Yeah. Certainly for this Ohio State defense, this will be a big one. They got the turnover on downs on the first possession, but bending, not breaking, feels like what we've seen so far from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I think both defenses have played pretty well, and they've obviously no score on the scoreboard yet, so that's a good sign for the defense. But right now, it just feels like Notre Dame's got a little bit more going on offensively than Ohio State does.
And they'll look to cap this drive and get the first points of the day. Handed off on this first down run, and another positive gain, this time for Devin Ford. So we've seen all 5 running backs.
It's amazing.
It really is.
In a quarter. In one quarter, we've seen 5 different running backs. And obviously, this guy coming back in, Estime, is the bell cow. I mean, he is the main guy, coming off of a career high last week of 176 yards and a touchdown against Central Michigan. He's the most physical of all of them, but they are very confident in playing all 5 guys.
Second down and 5. Fake it to Estime. Hartman steps up in the pocket and just overthrows Jaden Greathouse. Jordan Hancock with excellent coverage downfield.
And that time they brought Eichenberg on a linebacker pressure, and they're playing man-to-man behind it, and good coverage on Greathouse. That was Jordan Hancock in good position. Big third down play right here for the Ohio State defense. These 2 offensive tackles for Notre Dame are outstanding, Alt and Blake Fisher. That's why we haven't called the 2 defensive ends yet, but a good chance for pressure here on this third down play.
Empty on 3rd and 5.
Here come the linebackers.
Hartman feels it, fade away. Oh, nearly intercepted. Tyleik Williams got hands on it as Holden stays. The intended target was in between 2 defenders.
So they showed pressure. They bring linebackers and drop the defensive tackles out. And so 2 plays in a row, they've made Sam Hartman a little uncomfortable. Throws that one into a crowd, and very lucky it wasn't picked off. And so Jim Knowles, coming in to start the second quarter, said we've got to change it up and try to make him a little more uncomfortable, and that's why they got the stop there on 3rd down.
Makes it a 47-yard field goal attempt for the USF transfer Spencer Schrader. 3 for 6 on the season overall. And this one's going to curve out. No good from Schrader. Two offensive Notre Dame possessions, no points. Scoreless, still here.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? It sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
She runs and plays like a puppy again.
His number 2s are perfect. He's a brand new dog all in less than a year.
When people switch their dog's food from kibble to the farmer's dog, they often say that it feels like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply fresh meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of dried pellets. Just food made for the health of dogs, delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do.
All flights have been grounded.
I had to escape. The city was sticky and cruel. Maybe I should have called you first, but I was trying to get to you. I was dreaming while I drove the long straight road ahead. I drove all night.
The distance is nothing when home means everything.
When it's the greatest golfers from America against Europe's elite, it's about pride. The Ryder Cup from Rome, next weekend on NBC, USA, and Peacock.
No score here in South Bend. Marvin Harrison Jr. has not caught a pass yet. Here's why. On third down, they've decided we're going to double him. They've doubled both he and Ibuka the first third down. Then this last third down play, here it is again. Double coverage on Marvin Harrison Jr., not letting him get the football. Ohio State about to start their third possession of the ball game. I guarantee you they'll figure a way to get the ball to this guy in this possession.
And he's matched up with Morrison once again, last year's freshman All-American. Ibuka on the handoff, gets to the outside, and a positive gain. Picks up 8 going out of bounds, shoved out by Watts.
You have 2 elite players on your offense. Actually, Travion Henderson's an elite talent as well at running back. But Ibuka and Marvin Harrison Jr. are elite #1 type receivers, first-round draft pick type receivers like they've had. Got to get them involved in your offensive play calling now.
Henderson in there on 2nd down and 1, protects the football and bursts through. First down for Henderson.
And where Kyle McCord has been at his best in the last couple weeks is on play action passes, and this is a perfect situation now. You just ran for a first down with Henderson. You've got a chance maybe to go play action here and try to take a shot at either 18 or 2.
Harrison in motion. McCord on play action right on cue. Pulls it down, looking to run himself, and dives forward near midfield. Got hit after the fact, and no flag comes in. Down at the 48.
Well, he made a good decision. There was nowhere to go with the football. Notre Dame in good position on both of those receivers. It was kind of 3 defenders over the top of 2. And Kyle McCord makes a smart decision to run for a positive gain and bring up 2nd and medium.
Ford measured so far. 2nd and 5. He's 3 of 5 passing, 19 yards. Feels like it's only a matter of time before that big play for the Buckeyes. McCord fading away, lost one. Oh, did that come down? Cade Stover with an unbelievable effort, but the flag came in. DJ Brown was all over him. It was incomplete.
Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference on DJ Brown because the ball was thrown inside. McCord's going to get rid of the football.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Because the ball was thrown back to the inside, DJ Brown ended up grabbing him and getting the pass interference.
Now, they said the penalty was declined.
That's not a catch.
It shouldn't be a catch.
No, that's an incomplete pass. Now, they got to take another look at this.
After a quick review, the ruling of the pass is incomplete. However, the pass interference, defense number 2, will be enforced to the spot of that foul, first down.
All right, quick cleanup.
Yeah.
Great job by this officiating crew.
Correction, full 15.
And Larry Smith making sure that he is 1,000% descriptive for us. So we've got it correct. Well, we talked to Marvin Harrison Jr. about Kyle McCord. They were high school teammates at St. Joseph's, Philadelphia area, where they were just outstanding. 3 years together there, now 3 years together in Columbus. And what Marvin said about Kyle and his comfortability is, he said, I can't even imagine being in a quarterback competition because all you're thinking about is don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. Now he can go out there and play a little bit more freely.
And I think that affected him last week against Western Kentucky and part of why he played so much better.
Henderson split out wide on first down. Fake the handoff. Now McCord delivers too high. Looking for Stover again. DJ Brown with solid coverage.
Both of these teams like to play a lot of man coverage. Here's Stover here, just going to run the over route. DJ Brown going to be in man coverage and is going to stay right with him. Gets underneath the route, makes it a very difficult throw for Kyle McCord, and brings up 2nd and 10.
Most teams against Ohio State wouldn't play man coverage against this level of skill, but Marcus Freeman said we can't shy away from it.
Well, they got to pick their spots, you know, and they've also picked their spots of when to bracket Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ibuka in motion. Henderson the handoff. Stutter step move and picks up positive yardage.
See, this is the difference between Ohio State's offense this year with Kyle McCord, and last year was C.J. Stroud. 2nd and 10 last year, they're going to throw the football. They're going to believe they can get a first down with 2 throws. This year, a little more, let's lean on the offensive line, let's lean on our running backs, and let's not put as much on our new quarterback. But now with 3rd down and 8, it's up to Kyle McCord to make a throw. You've got Ibuka and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the same side of the field.
And Chip Trainum, the running back. 3rd and 8. McCord lets it fly. Trainum gets it. First down. Just had to get past that first surge and did break the tackle of Morrison to move the sticks.
Yeah, I think Morrison just kind of put his head down and missed. He just kind of whiffed. If he makes a tackle, it's short of the first down. There's the completion and just a whiff on the tackle, and Ohio State with a new set of downs. And credit Kyle McCord for finding his outlet receiver and getting the first down. There's so many playmakers on this offense. A lot of times just throw short and let them make something happen with the ball in their hands.
Trainum stays in there, and he's got the football. Gets across the 20, dragged down after a pickup of 5.
Guy's an interesting story, right? He transferred from Arizona State. He came here originally to be a linebacker, and he's played a little bit of both. But he's gotten a lot of run here so far in the early part of the season as one of the 3 tailbacks that's seeing action for Ohio State.
5'11", 233 pounds. Coming off a game in which he had a touchdown last week against Western Kentucky. 2nd and 6.
Personnel, 2 tight ends, both to the right side for Ohio State.
Trainum can't find the hole. Notre Dame closes it up quickly with Javonte Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah, nice play by Jean-Baptiste. You know, his role here is different than at Ohio State. He was just kind of a wide pass rusher there. They ask him to play inside, has to be a little bit more rugged and defending the run. That time he did a nice job coming back inside and making the play.
3rd down and 5.
Notre Dame is showing pressure right now. You see the linebackers in a mug look. That means they come up and cover up the linemen. Doesn't mean they're going to blitz, but they're showing it.
McCord feeling the pressure, delivers over the middle.
Beautiful throw.
Ibuka on the slant picks up the first down.
They did bring pressure, but they tried to drop Leofau out underneath that route, but he just is not quite fast enough to get there, and Kyle McCord throws it right in front of him. They kind of knew what route was coming, but McCord made a nice timely throw.
1st and goal, Trainum up the middle, and he gets across the 5. First real opportunity, it feels like, for Ohio State, knocking on the door here. An offense that has been spectacular, averaging over 40 points per game themselves to start this season.
9 trips into the red zone so far, 6 touchdowns. Great opportunity here with 2nd and goal.
Trainum has stayed in there after the big 3rd down conversion. Trainum runs into a wall, keeps the legs churning. It's going to be just short down to the 1. Here's 3rd and goal, and Notre Dame believes that their red zone offense is, or red zone defense rather, is much improved from what it was a year ago.
Yeah, that was a tough area for him a year ago, but this is man on man down here now. Big, powerful offensive line at Ohio State. They've got extra bodies in there right now.
Mayan Williams, the running back. He's got it. Williams stops short. Ball comes out. And it's 4th down. Javonte Jean-Baptiste, another big play against his former team.
Yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. He's playing inside. He's going to fight through a block and get to the ball carrier right behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, that is outstanding work by Jean-Baptiste. Marcus Freeman trying to make sure they have the right personnel in the game. He's taking his best corner, Benjamin Morrison, out, so it's a bigger defensive unit.
Two tailbacks in there. Trainum as the fullback, Williams as the tailback here on 4th and goal. Fake it to Williams. McCord rolls. McCord surveys. Tipped up. Incomplete. Notre Dame with a stand.
Jalen Sneed, number 3, is the guy who got the tip. He doesn't play more than 24 or 25 snaps a game, but he's a great athlete and made a tremendous play.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, I wanted this particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family! Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The all-new 3-row Mazda CX-90.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
All right, we're going to take a look at our Hyundai player on the rise. It's going to be Jalen Sneed, the sophomore outside linebacker. Here he is right here. Now watch what happens. He's initially going to rush, and the right tackle, Josh Fryer, is going to try to hold him and keep him there. But he rolls out, keeps eyes on the quarterback, and gets the deflection to thwart the 4th down play. A great reaction by Jalen Sneed, and the coaches said, look, he's too good of an athlete. We got to get him on the field, but we got to get him on in the right roles and when he can use his skills. And that time, he did an excellent job of recovering and getting the deflection.
Interesting to see both these defenses thriving early, because both defensive coordinators now in year 2 feel like their players know the system so well, and they're executing at a high level to start this game. So it'll go from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's the good news for Ohio State. They totally flipped the field, the worst starting field position for either team right now.
And Hartman's just going to try to get a little breathing room on the QB sneak, and does exactly that. Picks up 2. This first half is zooming by at this moment. Clock doesn't stop on that first down anymore, and certainly with no scores, we're seeing a lot of defensive impact and these long drives as well. It's been get the ball down the field but not get it into the end zone.
Yeah. Whereas Ohio State, if they were in this situation, might be a little bit conservative, not wanting to call a pass right here on 2nd down inside the 5. With Kyle McCord, I would expect to see Sam Hartman throw the football. Full house backfield, but I still think it's going to be a pass here.
2nd and 7. It is a run for Estime. And Estime looking to break away. 1st down and more across the 20, all the way to the 25. He said he prides himself in not going down after the first 2. Picks up 22.
Well, beautiful job by the other back. Watch right there. Watch Payne with the lead block. He's the guy that's going to set this up. Watch him take on the middle linebacker right there, Cody Simon. And then again, when Payne gets those shoulders going north and south, I mean, that I don't know who would want to tackle that. We saw him. He came in our meeting. He is rocked up, man. That is a big, physical running back.
Esteban, nearly 6 foot, about 230 pounds. Back to the ground. This time it's Devin Ford. And keeps the footing just long enough to get to the 30.
Well, great job by Notre Dame getting the ball out of their own 1-yard line strictly by running the football. Leaning on that offensive line. Again, Joe Alt, the left tackle. Blake Fisher, the right tackle. But all 5 of those guys are getting the job done right now on this drive.
Obviously still a lot of time on the clock here, but just under 5 minutes to play. All 3 timeouts short. Notre Dame did defer to start this game. They'll get the football to start the 3rd quarter. And we've seen some elongated offensive possessions so far here tonight. Go right back to the ground. This time Jeremiah Love runs into a wall. Sent backward by Lathan Ransom.
Now this is a welcome to big-time football. Jeremiah Love kind of running upright, and Ransom meets him right in the hole with a textbook tackle.
Todd, 4 rushes to start this drive. 4 different ball carriers for Notre Dame, and it's a 3rd and 3.
That's a way to keep your running back room competitive, you know, and engaged. They all get to play.
And they all root each other on. They all have handshakes with each other. Healthy smack as well. 3rd and 3. Hartman finally to the air, lofts it, incomplete. Heavy coverage on Jaden Thomas, and Josh Proctor wins the battle to force 4th down.
Yeah, Josh Proctor was in perfect position. They expected the short throw. You can see he's got his heels right around the area of the 1st down marker, knows the route's coming. He didn't really get a hand in there. Just was kind of a low and outside throw, and another stop for the Ohio State defense.
That'll be Bryce McPherson sending it away for Notre Dame, and Emeka Ebuka back to retrieve it for Ohio State. Line drive delivery, fair catch called for, and made just in front of the 20. 3:46 to play in this 2nd quarter. Both offenses still looking for a spark here in Notre Dame.
This thing, it's making me get an ice bath again.
What do you mean? These straps are mind-blowing. They collect hundreds of data points like HRV and REM sleep, so you know all you need for recovery.
And you are?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like wearable training optimization tech.
How long you...
I'm done.
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ.
I'm okay.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Jersey Mike's freshly slices your sub right in front of you. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Big tea drinker?
Yeah.
There's a podcast about tea.
He knows, and he wants you to know, too.
I was listening to a podcast on if dogs know their dogs.
There's a podcast about that?
Just like he'd want you to know about Allstate.
There's a podcast about fly fishing called Why Is That Person Doing That? It's called Tea-rific.
Are you listening to a podcast?
Yeah, it's about multitasking.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
Intuitive sit-to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW.
With the first pick in the Jersey Mike's catering box draft, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
The Jersey Mike's catering box, a sub above.
I'm a time traveler. I leap into other people.
You are a spy.
Awesome.
Witches!
Wherever, whenever. It's the adventure of a lifetime.
Quantum Leap, October 4th on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Notre Notre Dame football is brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands. By Invesco QQQ, the official ETF of the NCAA. And by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. Well, back in 1935, this for a long time was known as the game of the century when Bill Shakespeare, that's right, Bill Shakespeare led Notre Dame back after trailing 13-0. First meeting between these two, the Irish would win 18-13. This one now the 8th meeting and still scoreless towards the end of the second. First target, first catch for Marvin Harrison Jr. Picks up 8 on first down.
Yeah, they had to get him the football. I mean, we're almost to the first half. They put 3 receivers out to the wide side, left him as the single guy on the backside working against Morrison, and he's an excellent route runner and catcher of the football, and finally gets his name in the books.
Second and short. McCord on the handoff. Henderson upended. Quick play. Gabriel Rubio comes in and makes the stop. Third down.
Yeah, Rubio missed last week. They were excited to get him back in that defensive tackle rotation. Made a nice play there on second down.
Going quick on 3rd and 3. McCord lofts, complete. Stover again, tripped up for a first down.
Second time we've seen Ohio State try to go quick on 3rd down and not let Notre Dame get set on defense. Neither one of these teams are playing with a lot of pace, right? And even in the first part of the season, they both have been averaging about 62, 63 offensive plays a game. Ohio State doing that because of a young quarterback. Notre Dame just choosing to huddle right now for the most part through their first 4 games.
Cam Hart, captain for Notre Dame, locked in the battle with Harrison. Play action for McCord. Steps up, looking to run. Slips the tackle and just gets leveled across the line of scrimmage. J.D. Bertrand came in with a nose for the football.
I like the changeup, though, by Ryan Day, choosing to throw some on first down. That's the best way to get Marvin Harrison and Ibuka involved. They got it the last first down. That time, good coverage, and McCord had to run the football. But easier to try to get those balls out to those guys on run downs.
2nd and 8. McCord back to the air, lofts it down the sideline. Oh, Marvin Harrison Jr. A flag is down. He brought it in as he was locked up with Morrison. And if it stands, it's a big gain and a first down into Notre Dame territory.
And this
holding defense number 20. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
No safety help this time, so it's single coverage. Morrison's in good position. Doesn't matter. You just need to throw it somewhere near this guy. He's being held. He's being grabbed. He still goes up. We're going to take a look at this, but that is vintage Marvin Harrison Jr. right there. Big body, good hands, strength, speed.
And it looked like maybe his hand was coming down out of bounds. I think that's the key that they're looking for now. It's the white gloves, so it's difficult. But let's bring in Terry McCauley. Terry, what do you see here?
No, you got it exactly right. That's exactly what they're looking for. Does the hand come down first out of bounds before the forearm comes down? It appears to me it does from this angle, from what we're seeing.
Outstanding individual effort from Harrison. And again, there's a reason that NFL scouts have called him comically good.
Yeah.
He has every skill that you would possibly want in a receiver, but this one won't count. However, it was holding on Morrison.
Yeah.
So similar to what we saw earlier with that Stover initial completion, turn incompletion, they're going to have the same ruling here.
Well, good job by Kyle McCord recognizing that there was no double coverage, no safety help. This one's probably not going to stand. But that time the safety didn't come over the top. It's one-on-one against Benjamin Morrison, and you are not going to make very much money going one-on-one against Marvin Harrison Jr. through the course of a football game.
And Todd, I know that it'll wipe off the 32-yard completion, but more than anything, that's got to be a confidence boost to see that type of completion come down from Kyle McCord.
Yeah, I mean, these two guys have had chemistry that goes back to high school.
After review, the ruling on the field of a catch has been reversed to an incomplete pass. However, pass interference, number 20 of the defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So that became a pass interference now on Benjamin Morrison. Initially, they ruled it as a hold.
Yeah. Well, he had a hold of the jersey, and that was clearly a hold. I'm not sure why that got changed.
I'd love to hear from Terry McCauley. Why'd that get changed, Terry?
I'm a little confused as you are. The ball is clearly in flight. When he grabs that jersey, it is definitely pass interference, but the original call was holding. That can't be changed by replay. So the only thing I can think of is on the field, they realized their error and got it corrected.
It ends up resulting at a first down at the Notre Dame 49. Handoff Henderson. And he wiggles to the 45.
Well, take a look at it again. It's single coverage. Benjamin Morrison, their best cover corner. It's clearly a penalty. I mean, he's got a hold of the jersey.
McCord looking for Harrison. Broken up. Morrison was right with him this time.
Now, this is a confident young man. He sat in that meeting room with us. I think he relished the opportunity to go against a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Ibuka. He was right on the point right there. Third down again. Ohio State so far in the ball game, 4 of 7 on third down. Better than what they've been doing through the first 3 games.
3rd and 6.
Empty backfield here. Notre Dame's offsides.
And they'll call the timeout.
Yeah, they're lucky because Bethella was offsides, just in his alignment.
The first of the half will be 30 seconds in length.
So both sides will talk it over here. Critical point towards the end of the first half at Notre Dame Stadium.
It's hard to put it into words. When I tried, life felt absurd. You left the roots of my soul. I tell myself not to lose control. I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're lying like me on a line like you. You got the hands that
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
Papa John's garlic sauce fans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a one topping for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
I used to watch the Heisman House every year on TV. And I'd always wonder, is it real? It's very real.
Take a little bit more up the top.
Now that I've been here a while, it's a lot like campus. We have roommates.
Hey, Caleb, just try and keep it down. It's nap time.
Of course, there's a gym.
10.
All right, people, here we go. Looking good, RG3.
No, you're looking good, RG3.
Yeah, so it's a lot like...
room, rookie.
We're doing a ticky-tock.
Pound.
Just like campus.
Wait.
You know, Doug, ever since switching to Workday, you've been a real rock star.
Rock star? What do you know about rock stars?
Billy Idol?
I mean, where's the skin-tight leather?
The shoes are leather,
Where's the unnecessary zippers? That thing!
Billy, rock star is just how Doug feels when he uses Workday. Thanks, Rory.
I'll show you rock star.
Be a finance and HR rock star. Workday for a changing world.
Billy Idol just stole your golf cart.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2. We know free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Well, so much talk about potential matchups between Marvin Harrison Jr. and Benjamin Morrison. And Morrison has held his own pretty good. So far, he's got the one penalty that we just saw a moment ago right there, and only one catch on the night for Marvin Harrison Jr. Got the knockdown on that play, so pretty effective night so far on the elite player, Marvin Harrison Jr., but a big third down play right here.
It's 3rd and 6. McCord with time steps up Perfectly delivered. Emeka Egbuka, first down, Ohio State.
Great protection. I mean, this is a route that takes time. It's play action pass, good protection. McCord steps away from the pocket a little bit in order to buy a little more time to let Egbuka get all the way across.
McCord looking for another chunk. It's Egbuka again inside the red zone of the 15.
Good read, zone coverage. He finds the hole. This is what Egbuka does so well as a slot receiver. He knows how to find openings in the defense. He read the coverage. He's a real student of the game. He and Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Hartline said they are ultra preparation guys and detail guys.
McCord on first down. Looking towards the end zone. Egbuka got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, he may or may not have caught it, but he ran a beautiful route. It's a red zone route. Here's the end of the play. No, did not catch it.
Under further review.
He ran a beautiful route, but that is an incomplete pass. Well thrown ball by Kyle McCord. They kind of felt like they had something going with Egbuka on this drive, and they went to him 3 times, but this one's going to get called back.
Should be a quick review. And the crowd just saw it for the first time.
When I talk about both of these two guys kind of following in this pattern of Ohio State wide receivers that are first-round players starring in the NFL now, Brian Hartline, the offensive coordinator, is the wide receiver coach. He himself was an NFL wide receiver, and he has done a great job not only recruiting guys, but coaching them and developing them, and the route running ability of these receivers.
The ruling of the pass is incomplete. It will be second down. Please reset the game clock to 41 seconds. 4-1.
They are tremendous route runners, and that's just the coaching of Hartline and just the details, the fine details of running routes. That was a beautiful route by Egbuka, but not able to come down with the ball. There's Brian Hartline right there, fellow Canton, Ohio native, played at Glen Oak High School, played at Ohio State, played with the Dolphins, Chiefs, outstanding football coach.
Ohio State with all 3 timeouts left, 41 seconds left. Notre Dame will get the football to start the 3rd quarter as they look for one more stand in this 2nd quarter. Swing it, Henderson looking for the edge, and he just gets devoured by the pile. Howard Cross in pursuit.
Really nice play by Howard Cross, just working from inside out. Yeah.
So Ohio State will take their first time out of this first half. 34 seconds, looking to get in the end zone for the first time.
Marathon knows that fans are the true co-pilot of any team. Through the good and the bad, you support your team through every season. So for every grill master, all-star athlete, and face paint fixer, know that Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled on and off the field. Wherever the game takes you, Marathon is by your side because we're driven together.
Wasn't me. You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
May you find a new way to tequila. May it be new High Noon Tequila Seltzer. And may you always remember your credit card, Michaels.
Who are your parents?
It's here, High Noon Tequila Seltzer.
I've always been prone to hair thinning. I'm genetically predisposed.
I just gave birth. I was under a lot of stress.
I started taking Nutrafol.
We test our formulations with the highest rigor of clinical trials, and we're the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
I noticed it becoming
Stronger and thicker.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
I am back to me.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
Geico makes car insurance easy.
Enjoy your flight. You too.
As easy as saying the wrong thing.
Me too.
Really?
What?
Dad, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Do I look like I'm going on vacation, sir?
It's not how airports work, man.
You could?
Dad.
Are we leaving or?
I don't even want to go on vacation anymore.
I thought I knew you.
She has hairspray that is over the limit.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
And you're not wearing socks. Get a grip, man.
People are irrational, but predictably so.
Which is why the FBI calls me.
Who do you think you are, James Bond?
I think I threw my back out.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Coming up on the All-State Halftime Report. Recap of this first half. We'll see if Ohio State can punch it in here. Washington State, Oregon State, a heavily offensive battle, and Oregon with a dominant victory at home over Colorado. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 8.
Emeka Egbuka has been the go-to guy in this drive so far. He's down wide to the left.
McCord looking end zone. Oh, nearly intercepted and incomplete. Cade Stover, the intended target. And DJ Brown had a real chance to take it away.
Well, this is double coverage on Stover. You've got underneath coverage by Watts, and then coming over the top, DJ Brown. They anticipated the throw down the seam. Perfect coverage by Notre Dame on that 3rd down play, forcing the field goal attempt.
31-yard attempt for Jaden Felding in this latter stages of the 2nd quarter. And Felding,
I think Marcus Freeman called a timeout. I think.
And it looks like that.
Maybe not. It looked like they were blowing the whistle like they were stopping play, but I guess not.
It will be a good field goal for Felding. 3-0 Ohio State. The scoreless tie, no more in South Bend.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb.
Take your time. I'm just marinating.
TireRack.com, proud partner of Notre Dame Athletics.
Well, we expected a close game between these two teams. Evenly matched coming into this one, and 3-0 with under 30 seconds left in the second. Defenses have won. Ohio State finally gets on the board.
Yeah, and Ohio State, the thing their defense did in that first half is they gave up some yards, but not explosive plays. Only one pass play of over 20 yards for Sam Hartman in this Notre Dame offense in the first half.
Fair catch made for by Devin Ford. So Sam Hartman with 2 timeouts, 26 seconds to work with. Can he get his team into field goal range to try to tie this game? They will get the football to start the second half. And you just brought it up during the commercial. Yeah. Last year when these two teams met, it was just 10-7 at halftime. Right. Notre Dame with a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, I don't know if I do anything but take a knee here, honestly. I mean, you're going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, go in, make some adjustments at halftime. You're 3 points down, and come out with a good drive to start the 3rd quarter.
And that's exactly what Sam Hartman does. Highly anticipated matchup coming in. Top 10 showdown in South Bend. The Irish have gotten close. They haven't gotten on the board. Ohio State finally gets a field goal to break the scoreless tie. And in a defensive slugfest, the Buckeyes with a narrow advantage. Let's go down to Ahmed Fareed with Ryan Day.
So, Coach, a late scoring drive for your offense right there. How do you feel like your quarterback, Kyle McCord, has handled the magnitude of this?
You know, it's his first time in this kind of environment. You know, he's working through it. I mean, we're down here on a 1-yard line. We can't punch it in. You know, I'm pissed about that. But, you know, we're playing hard. We got to keep going. I mean, we, you know, almost pull this one in over here. We kicked 3 points. That's okay. It's going to be that kind of a game. We knew it was going to be 4 quarters. We got to regroup here at halftime and just figure out how to get a little bit more rhythm on offense. I thought we did a little bit there. We just got to finish off these drives. Defense has got to continue to do what they're doing.
Other side, yeah, your defense has been thriving. What do you like most about the way that side of the ball is playing?
I like the physicality. I like the way they run around. You saw a couple guys show up in the back end playing physical. That's what it's got to be in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. No.
Every coach we talked to said it'd be a slugfest. They knew it. 3-0 at the half. Notre Dame down.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Welcome to
Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football is on. It's Detroit up against Green Bay. As the Lions take on the Packers.
Into the end zone.
Stream Thursday Night Football, only on Prime.
Hey, Niall. Congrats on winning your first season.
Thank you. It's good to be king.
And now the Cowboys gone, we might have a shot at the best country singers.
Hey there. It's just so good to be here.
Reba McEntire joins The Voice Monday and Tuesday on NBC and streaming on...
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Road makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum or get a low $348 per month lease on Rogue.
At DHL Supply Chain, we don't believe in boundaries. We believe in people. People who think big, move fast, and love to solve complex challenges. We're hiring for a wide range of salaried operational and functional roles. Experience in logistics is welcome but not required. You bring the aptitude and the drive, we'll supply everything else you need to build a long and rewarding career. All opportunities, no boundaries. DHL Supply Chain. Apply today at joindhl.com.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State is designed
to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access.
To cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
Dependability isn't a piece of hardware, it's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Lease a new 2023 Forte LXS for $199 a month.
It's not a single store. Welcome to Big Sandy's Superstore.
Welcome to the All-State Halftime Report.
Over 80,000 fans on hand to witness a top 10 matchup against 2 college football titans, and so far just 3-0 as Ohio State goes into the locker room with the lead. Maria Taylor alongside Joshua Perry. We've got Matt Castle. We've got Mike Robb. And we've got a lot of missed opportunities. So let's get straight to it and take a look at our first half spotlight brought to you by Wagoneer. 3 trips to the red zone and only field goal to show for it.
We'll start with Notre Dame. I actually like the 4th down call going for it, but Hartman just has the ball in the wrong hand, isn't able to convert, leaving points out there on the football field, and then Schrader with the field goal. A miss again. Scoring opportunity they couldn't take advantage of, Mike Robb.
Could not take advantage of it. Then you look at the other side, Ohio State going for it on 4th down. We see Kyle McCord right here throwing the ball into a mess of people. And then again, just the opportunities to get explosive plays. That catch didn't count. And then again, another one. A missed opportunity at some points from this Ohio State offense.
Yeah, and you know what? It's been interesting to see these 2 heavyweights go at each other because defense has stepped up and done a really good job of being able to stop them when they need to. It's a bend but don't break mentality. The other part about these 2 defenses, they haven't given up the big play yet today. They're making it each offensive unit earn it, work their way down the field. It's been efficient and effective from a passing standpoint, but neither team is budging.
Well, remember last year in this matchup at halftime it was just 10-7. It was definitely a slugfest. We knew it was going to be gritty, but Ryan Day today saying walking off the field, he's pissed that they weren't able to punch it in.
Yes, and I would be too, because the opportunities were there for them. But I think the biggest takeaway, and it goes to what you said, Matt, both these teams are playing physical defense. I think Ohio State really wanted to bring the fight there, and they showed varied looks. I think for the Notre Dame side, the same thing. So at some point, the big play is going to come because all of these guys are aggressive. It's just a matter of capitalizing when the opportunity is there. Absolutely. In situational football, when you get down in the red zone, you got to score points. You got to push the ball in the end zone, and it just seems like whatever team makes the big play is going to come out the winner tonight.
All right, Notre Dame has the ball to start the second half. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on some of those opportunities, but we got plenty more coming up on the All-State halftime report, including a look at what's been happening around college football, the frustration lingering here in Notre Dame Stadium, a chance to reset in the locker room for both Notre Dame and Ohio State.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up.
When all eyes are on you,
My eyes are glued to the game.
whoa! Touchdown, yeah!
And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost. Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
mentor, teammate,
mom.
It doesn't matter who you are. We are all bonded together and trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking
the stigma.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company with nothing to hide. Get unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon for $25 a month, every month. Sorry, hidden fees, we're just not into you. Sometimes the choice is just visible. Switch today at visible.com.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours for more than 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
Rich, velvety coffee. Cafe quality espresso. One high-pressure system that can do both. Brew to your heart's desire with the L'Or Barista system. Now brewing Pete's Coffee.
Turn it up.
Is back in the United States hands.
Unstoppable, week after week. Touchdown. It's Big Ten Saturday night.
Winner, chicken dinner, baby.
And here we go.
For the end zone touchdown.
Welcome back here to South Bend, where Ohio State goes into the locker room up 3-zip on top of Notre Dame. A top 10 matchup that we've all been waiting for here in week 4. All right, it's time now for the college football reset, brought to you by Allstate. And taking a look around, especially in the SEC, right now we've got Georgia, Florida, Texas, all taking care of business against unranked opponents. And LSU QB Jaden Daniels, a couple of touchdowns already on the day against Arkansas. And to the highlights we go. As we continue going around the country, games in progress. Penn State taking on Iowa. It's a whiteout. It's beautiful. It's also rainy, but it doesn't matter for the over 100,000 fans that are in place to watch their squad at Beaver Stadium. And it gets started early. We think it's a great play, right?
Yeah, we think it's a great play until the ball popped out, Maria. Yes, Penn State falls on it again. Drew Aller right here throwing a beautiful touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. They need more of that if they want to come away with the win.
Mistake for Cade McNamara turns into 7 for Penn State. How about Oregon State taking on Washington State? They're both left out of the Pac-12 opportunities to lead the conference, so it's the Pac-2 championship. But we've got great play out of the quarterbacks there.
Right, Cameron Ward, he's a guy that doesn't get discussed that much with all the big names in the Pac-12, but this guy's been outstanding. He's thrown 15 touchdowns this year, 0 interceptions. Look at the patience. Buy some time. Buys his guy in the back of the end zone. Josh Kelly has been outstanding in this game as well.
Say his name, Cam Ward. He is having a great season out there. Colorado taking on Oregon. Cinderella story for Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders, but they got to take down the top 10 Ducks, and it was all Oregon from beginning to end.
We were wondering what this was going to look like. Colorado taking on a legitimate opponent in the top 10. Bo Nix was phenomenal in this one. There's a reason why he's a Heisman candidate. And how about Troy Franklin, his favorite target? Look at that big play right there.
Bo Nix completed his first 11 passes and absolutely never looked back, threw for 276 yards. And just take a listen to what head coach Dan Lanning had to say leading into this matchup.
The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins. There's a difference. Right? There's a difference. Right? This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played on the grass.
Dan Lanning, listen, he didn't say anything, gave no bulletin board material leading up to the game, but he got in that locker room pregame and said everything.
Yes, he did. He made it personal, Maria. He made it personal. I will say this. Oregon played a great game, right? And their quarterback, Bo Nix, everything is embodied in that kid. That kid can do it all. He passed the ball. He ran the ball today. He made plays when everything looked equal. He was the difference in the game today.
Right, and for him, I think he's setting the tone for his team, right? You got to go in with a certain mentality. Everybody's been talking about Colorado, and sometimes as players, you're like, okay, enough's enough. Now it's time to show them what type of football team we are. Let them talk about us and our performance rather than everything else.
I mean, right. Imagine being a top 10 team and the show is not about you. You're doing media, and they're asking about the other coach. I would take that personal. And so Dan Lanning got his team prepared. It's a really talented team. When we talk about Bo Nix as one of the quarterbacks that's one of the best in America, he certainly is. He put that on display. He's got a lot of weapons, but the thing that really stood out to me is we knew Colorado had skill. They certainly weren't good up front. And boy, did that Oregon defense play a heck of a game. Those guys were flying around the football field, made everything difficult for Shedeur Sanders.
It's so interesting. We talk about the Pac-12. It could be ending, but some of the best quarterback play we're watching this season is coming out of the Pac-12.
Absolutely. And you look at the transfer quarterbacks, and that's what I look at. All of those guys found the Pac-12, and they're finding a lot of success.
Yeah, Autzen Stadium, that top 10 win for Oregon. I mean, it looked great. It looked easy. And listen, Colorado, only one win a season ago, so they already have matched that 3 times over. All right, you guys ready to bang the drum?
Let's do it.
Ready to bang the
Florida
drum.
senior wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. Transfer from Arizona State.
Big fella. And taking on contact.
That catcher with the one hand. Look at that.
I mean, that could be the catch of the year, guys. We're seeing it in week 4. Biff is so mad for Charlotte right now. Script, Ohio. Isn't it beautiful, Joshua? The Buckeyes up 3-0 at the half. We'll see what the second half has for us after this.
This has been the All-State Halftime Report.
All flights have been grounded. Heavy storms are rolling in from the city was sticky and cruel.
Maybe I should have called you first, but I was trying to get to you. I was dreaming while I drove the long straight road ahead. I drove all night.
The distance is nothing when home means everything.
For the world's greatest athletes, there is nothing like competing on the world's biggest stage.
He's gonna win 4 to world record again!
And when that stage is here, anything is possible.
I have never seen anything like this. How about that?
An Olympics unlike any other, the Paris Olympics.
The only team that's proven the expertise to be the best, the most accurate. 9 years in a row. Storm Team 4.
At Kimba, we know the smallest moments can make the biggest difference. That's why we offer a credit card with everyday low rates and cash back, so you can pay it off quickly and spend your money on what matters most. Kimba, a better way to bank.
Here,
Care has no limits. It's compassionate, personal, powerful, and provided to everyone who needs it. Here at Mount Carmel, Care honors everything that makes us who we are, so that you can take the first step to a healthier, happier life. Here, exceptional care is provided by all of us, for all of you.
Honda's hybrid game is strong with the Honda Accord Hybrid and the CR-V Hybrid on the field starting at just $32,895. Honda hybrids never need to be plugged in. The onboard system charges the battery for you. Go further with hybrids that get up to 46 miles per gallon and 614 miles per tank starting at $32,895. It's game on. Drive a Honda hybrid at your local Honda dealer today.
0% plus no payments till next year, only at Chess Round.
Back here in South Bend, Ohio State up 3-zip on top of Notre Dame. The team stats, I mean, guys, it's almost completely equal. 147 total yards for Ohio State, 141 for Notre Dame. No turnovers for either. Almost split the time of possession right down the middle. So if you're a head coach, what are you saying at halftime?
It's going to be one of those where you're trying to figure out exactly how you want to attack. I think first it starts with mentality, but I think the real chess match here is Ohio State on offense, Notre Dame on defense. Notre Dame was playing brackets, but they were doing it with different guys. Ryan Day and his ability to adjust, I think, is going to be big there. But for Notre Dame, what's your counterpunch now? On defense, when you got to cover those guys.
There's no doubt. And for me, it's about explosive plays. Notre Dame gets the ball coming out from this halftime. They got to put together a drive, but they haven't been able to get that big play. Right now, it's those first, second, third down. At some point, you got to stretch the field. And it's the same thing for the Ohio State offense.
Yeah, both of these offenses need big plays, so therefore I look to the defense. Which one of these defenses can come up with a turnover, turn the game? Could be a big play.
Okay, guys, just so you know, the last time Notre Dame beat Ohio State, it was a low-scoring game, 7-2 in 1936. So maybe it's the Fighting Irish that come out on top. But each year, Notre Dame asks, what would you fight for? And today, for the 104th time, the university answers that question. For women battling breast cancer, Tom O'Sullivan, he's at the top right of your screen, is fighting for better treatment options. And to help in that fight, this professor and his team at Notre Dame, they've developed a device to safely monitor tumors.
Now we're going to have a way to tell them this is going to work, and we have the data to prove it.
When I began working in the field of breast cancer research, I never imagined it would hit so close to home.
In 2011, 6 weeks before Tom and I were to get married, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The treatment was brutal. I didn't feel like I was fighting cancer. I felt like I was fighting to stay alive from chemotherapy.
Seeing my wife so sick from the chemotherapy, I just wanted to know if it was working. Current methods involve X-rays or MRI contrast agents, which are things you just can't do very often. I wondered if we could use light as a safe way to monitor the response of her tumor.
Notre Dame professor of electrical engineering Tom O'Sullivan and his team have created the near-wave scanner, a handheld device that uses light to measure the progression of cancer and the effects of pre-surgical chemotherapy.
Traditionally, we wait 6 months after the onset of chemotherapy, and in hindsight, are able to tell the patient if their treatment was effective.
Nearwave can predict as soon as 5 days whether a tumor is responding to chemotherapy with 80 to 90% certainty. So for the ones that are not responding, we can pivot to a better treatment and spare them 12 weeks of that toxic chemotherapy.
Now, we're going to have a way to tell them this is going to work, and we have the data to prove it. Nearwave's potential to change outcomes is extraordinary and unprecedented in the world of breast cancer treatment.
Women need to know their treatment is working so they aren't unnecessarily sick. I'm so thankful my treatments paid off. I have a life, a career, and a family, including a daughter. I hope she won't ever need Nearwave, but I want women like her to be confident about their treatment options.
The University of Notre Dame asks, what would you fight for?
Fighting for breast cancer patients.
We are the Fighting Irish.
This first half recap brought to you by Geico.
I'm on a mission now. If you could paint a perfect picture of what college football should look like, it is a perfect night for football. Steps up. Oh, my catch! Wow! Tipped up, incomplete.
stand. It's easy to Geico.
Time now for the College Football Bulletin, brought to you by Genesis. After Ohio State gets a late field goal to go up 3-0. This was the matchup we've been looking forward to. Marvin Harrison Jr., Benjamin Morrison, pretty tight so far. Harrison with just the one catch, but the DPI called against Morrison. 5 consecutive games for this Notre Dame offense dating back to the Gator Bowl last year with 40 or more points. Longest in school history, scoreless through 2. And the quarterback comparison, this is where we felt like the game could be swayed for the Irish. And so far, it's been even between these two. Let's go back to that call on Marvin Harrison Jr. and Benjamin Morrison. Bring in Terry McCauley. This was ruled as an incomplete catch. Terry, take us through it.
So, yeah, Noah, let's clean this up. When we went back and looked at this, we noticed what a lot of viewers notice. His right foot is down when he gains control. We checked with the Big Ten office, and they said they reversed it because they believe the receiver lost control of the ball when it hit the ground. There is some evidence of the hand coming off, but it doesn't completely come off. I don't think it's indisputable. I don't think it should have been reversed for that reason.
Yeah. And that's the key. It was called as a catch initially on the field. It was a pickup of 32 yards, so you lose about a little bit more than 15 yards when it's all said and done on the DPI. Right. It resulted in a field goal, but you never know how that drive eventually ends up. And now Notre Dame will get the football to start the third quarter. And it will be a touchback to start at the 25. Let's go down to Catherine Tappan.
All right, Noah, I just talked to Marcus Freeman, and I asked him what adjustments they need to make on offense to get things going here in the second half. And he said, listen, when we dominate the line of scrimmage, good things happen. So he told his O-line, find ways to dominate. He said, I think we're driving the ball so well, but we've got to finish those drives. As for defense, he said, I'm very happy with the way they're playing. They've got to continue to be aggressive. We don't want to play not to lose. On 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time, Noah.
Strong words from Marcus Freeman, and he said that was the key from last year. He felt like they played not to lose, and he wants to be the aggressor here tonight.
Well, it's going to be on Sam Hartman here in these final 30 minutes. They've got to stretch the field. They've got to get some big-time plays, some chunk plays to get things revved up.
Estime the first down carry. Can they get him going as well as he spun forward after a pickup of 4? Steele Chambers chops him down. Estime has been quiet by his own standards, has been just outstanding, already with over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns for the first 4 games of the season.
Well, that's a good run on first down, though. Against this rugged Ohio State defense, you get 5 yards. You put yourself in a good situation. 2nd and 6, I should say, 4 yards.
Putting it Evans in motion again. Hartman with time. Steps up, it's Evans. And a new career high for Mitchell Evans. 5 receptions, this one goes for a first down.
Yeah, we kind of thought it was Holden Stays was the receiving threat at tight end, already with 4 touchdown catches. This is Joe Alt. Nice job with him and the left guard just kind of doing an exchange on the stunt, and a good clean pocket for Sam Hartman.
Play action on first down. Hartman loading up the deep ball down the sideline. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jaden Thomas, who was locked up with Davison Igbinosun. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, really good coverage by Igbinosun. Not only was he stride for stride, but he really pinned the receiver on the sideline. I mean, this ball has to be perfectly thrown to have a chance. Both guys kind of pushing and grabbing. Well, guess you see that sleeve coming all the way off. A little more grab by the DB.
But Igbinosun gets away with it, and it's 2nd and 10 after good coverage. Estime into the second level and across midfield.
Well, let's take a look from above, brought to you by Walmart. Take a look at this. Now watch Estime as he gets to this point. Watch the quickness in the hole. This is a 240-pound back. Foot in the ground, lateral cut, and then turns on the speed to the outside. You don't see big running backs make that kind of cut very often. I mean, this is it's incredible cut by a big man to add about 8-10 more yards to that run.
He says he watches every game Bijan Robinson plays for that exact reason. A big guy who can play like a small guy. And we saw it right there. First down and 10. Jeremiah Love around the outside. And a burst of speed across the 45. Eichenberg the tackle, and now this Notre Dame offense starting to find a rhythm to start the third quarter.
Yeah, they've got a nice little thing going here, coming out of the locker room. Some nice adjustments by Jared Parker, the offensive coordinator, first year in that role, replacing Tommy Rees. This is counter football, pulling the backside guard and tackle, getting outside. There's Jared Parker right there. I really enjoyed visiting with him. He's a tight end coach. Marcus Freeman just thinks the world of him, and a lot of people question, you know, if he was the right guy to hire as a coordinator, but I think he's proved himself through the first 4 games of the year.
Estime. Patient, a little too patient. Wrapped up by Tyleik Williams, and it's third down upcoming for Notre Dame.
Tyleik Williams he's very powerful. I mean, this is Joe Alt that he's working on in this play, and he pushes Joe Alt kind of back into the ball carrier. Really nice play by Tyleik Williams.
3rd and 2. Who will be the go-to guy for Hartman? Estime the handoff. Keeps the legs churning. It's going to be close, but it looks like he's short.
Well, remember, Marcus just told KT after halftime, we're going to go for it on 4th and 1 every time. And he might have his first decision right here.
It felt like that type of play call as well, setting it up.
Hurry up, speed up. Probably a quarterback sneak.
Hartman around the outside. Oh, he gets pushed back. That's going to be a stop on 4th down. Stiles and Ransom come up to make the play. And for the second down.
First down.
Second time it's Hartman denied on 4th down.
Here's Stiles right here. Watch him fall in and just make a high tackle on Sam Hartman. And once again on 4th down, Sam Hartman is stopped short of the goal.
Every day, businesses everywhere are asking.
Is it possible?
With Comcast Business, it is.
Is it possible to help keep our online platform safe from cyber threats?
Absolutely.
Can we provide health care virtually anywhere?
We can help with that.
Is it possible to use predictive monitoring to address operations issues?
We can help with that too. With the advanced connectivity and intelligence of global secure networking from Comcast Business. It's not just possible, it's happening.
If you want to touch bronze, you need to get the golden touch. If you want this Vitamin victory, you need to make it mean vigorous, villain, vicious. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
And when they dropping off all that drip for free, you know you got power. And when they tryna do the whole drip bag at me, oh yeah, I know I got power. I got power. I got power. I said power. Put in the hours. And when they try to throw the whole drip bag at me, oh yeah, I know I got power. I got power. Okay, I got power.
We are taking the Continental and everything that comes with it. I'll see you all at the grand reopening.
Since 1927, the Ryder Cup has pitted America's best golfers against Europe's elite. Can the U.S. team defend the title? The Ryder Cup from Rome, Italy, next weekend on NBC, USA, and Peacock.
Well, this 4th down play was outstanding by Ohio State. First of all, they got lined up against the quick count, and Eichenberg's going to come over the top, forcing the quarterback sneak to go out here, right in to the hands of Stiles and Ransom. I mean, you can't defend it any better. They force him to go out. Stiles and Ransom are there. The only question I have, why don't you give that to Estime on 4th and 1 and let the power back try to get it?
To Ohio State's benefit, and now a big gain for Henderson. Busted to the outside. Henderson's got speed down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Ohio State. 61 yards.
touchdown. Officials timeout for an injured player.
That is Marvin Harrison Jr. down and in some pain.
Yeah, he got rolled up on. He was blocking. In fact, his block was the key to the touchdown. But Xavier Watts, number 0, is going to kind of roll up into him, not on purpose. He kind of got blocked there himself. Watch Harrison blocking on Cam Hart. Great block. And then a missed tackle by Xavier Watts, and that rolled into the legs, the back of the legs of Marvin Harrison Jr. Another missed tackle by this Notre Dame defense. And you sure hope it's nothing serious with Marvin Harrison Jr. He did a great job on the play, blocking on the perimeter.
They are tending to Harrison on the field after the long touchdown. We'll check on him when we come back.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
One prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
It's like a priceless piece of art. Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what US Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
I forgot the sausage. You guys ready to eat? There you go.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Ow, what a hit. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to cover that might tank your season.
So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well.
This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The all-new 3-row Mazda CX-90.
Will the Voice reigning champion
I won this competition last season.
break out his signature move?
Who do you choose? This is so hard.
And there's the Nile Smile. The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Moments ago, Marvin Harrison Jr. being helped off the field by the Ohio State athletic staff. And at first putting no weight on that rolled up ankle, eventually started to get a little bit of weight on as he made his way towards the medical tent. And we'll keep eyes out. We've got Ahmed Fareed down on the Ohio State sideline. Meanwhile, it was an outstanding run for Travion Henderson to get Ohio State a little bit of breathing room. And now Jaden Felding's extra point is good.
Yeah, right after the turnover on 4th down, Ohio State hits him with a counter, executed perfectly. Matthew Jones, the right guard, Josh Fryer, the right tackle. You got a kick out and a lead through, and normally this ball should hit right in here. But when you have speed like Travion Henderson, he knows he can get this thing all the way to the outside. He bounces it out, picks up the block from Harrison. One missed tackle, and it's to the house for Travion Henderson, and that's the threat he possesses and poses every time he touches the football. I mean, he is a home run hitter, and he bounced that thing out, used his speed, and got the first touchdown of the ball game for Ohio State.
Came in with 4 touchdowns on the season through the first 3 games, has been their bell cow in a incredibly talented running back room. And Henderson showing off, just extending that total touchdown tally. Also the longest rush of the season for Ohio State, who had 63 rushing yards in the first half, and on one play in the second half goes 61 to the house. Send it away, and another touchback. Let's go down to Ahmed Fareed for an update.
Well, no, not a whole lot right now. He's been in the tent for about 2.5 minutes. Some concerned teammates looking over into the direction of the tent right now. Just specifically, one of his teammates, Mitchell Melton, just kind of has his eyes glued on awaiting the exit by Marvin Harrison. But we'll keep you updated. But no word yet as to the severity of the injury.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough moment for them, right? They just took the lead. They just had one of their teammates have a great touchdown run, but another one of their teammates, maybe the best player in college football, being attended to in the tent right now. Uncertainty about his status.
Now can Notre Dame respond, down 10-0. Merriweather in motion. And the first down handoff goes to Jadarian Price.
A nice tackle right there by Michael Hall Jr. We talked about him. He's not the biggest interior defensive lineman, but he is extremely quick off the ball. Good first step. He uses his quickness. Can be very disruptive in the run and the pass game. Normally you don't see interior defensive linemen with 4 or 5 sacks, but that's kind of what he does. But he's just as disruptive in the run game because of his quickness.
And has worked to become a more vocal leader now in his junior season. Handoff, Love across the 40 and a first down. Love has had a productive day as he gained 16 on the ground.
Well, it's only 10 points, so you don't have to abandon the run. You can stick to what you do. You got 2 backs in. Another nice lead block in there by Devin Ford, number 22. And Love looking at protecting that football. Young back, protecting that football with both arms, going through the meat grinder right there.
Price back in there. Then Merriweather out wide and back in motion. Now Hartman to the air. Hartman feeling the pressure, just dirts it in the direction of Price as Tyleik Williams applied some major pressure.
Well, this is just good coverage, all right? They only rushed 4, and Sam Hartman had to hold the ball a long time. Here's Tyleik. He's going to come on an outside stunt. But there's enough time to throw the football if somebody's open. No one was open, and Hartman ended up having to unload it. So good coverage and enough pressure by the 4-man rush. And if you can create quarterback pressure by only rushing 4, that gives you a whole lot of things you can do in the back end with coverage to take away receiving threats.
This is where you expect that presence of Sam Hartman. It's what they've talked about within the Notre Dame facility. Handoff. And a nice gain on the outside. Jadarian Price across midfield into Ohio State territory and spilled out across the 40.
Well, nice run by Price, but also take a look at the block by Jaden Thomas on the outside. You get the block by the tight end Mitchell Evans, and there's Jaden Thomas, 83. He was a little shaken up at the end of that play. He was blocking on Denzel Burke, but that was a key block in springing this run. Here he is working on Burke, turns into a blocker, and the running back goes right by him.
And the 10 immediately up as both Thomas and Price got off the field in a hurry, both seemingly not 100%. And again, that calming presence of Sam Hartman, that's what we heard through everybody in the meetings, both players and coaches that we talked to. It's just that he's even-keeled no matter the situation.
Well, and if he's calm, the rest of the guys around him will be calm, right? And so it just rubs off on the rest of his team. It's a 10-point game. There's lots of football left. They need a drive here to get some points on the board.
Love just so quick to get through the line of scrimmage. Picks up 3 as Chambers and Williams combine on the stop.
A nice power block. This is a power run. They pull the backside guard. Nice block by Pat Coogan, the left guard. Watch Coogan right here kind of pull and lead up through here. This is blue-collar, hard-nosed football. I mean, we talked about winning the game in the trenches, right? The line of scrimmage. Who can run? Who can stop the run? Who can protect the quarterback? Who can affect the quarterback?
And that's a great sight to see Marvin Harrison Jr. out of the tent and on his feet. Take it to one side, pitch it to the other. Love looking to set up his blockers and can't escape. It'll be 3rd down and medium as we go down to Ahmed.
All right, so Noah, yeah, you mentioned it. Some good news. Marvin Harrison is out of the tent, 7 minutes inside of the tent, and now he has retaped that right ankle. He's testing it out. He's running back and forth on the sideline right now. They're going to see how this goes and possibly get him back into this game, Noah.
Outstanding news. Appreciate you for keeping tabs on it, Ahmed.
Well, and you remember the last time we saw him go out of a football game, it was in the late third quarter of the semifinal game against Georgia. Ohio State was up by 11, and he was unstoppable. And the game turned when he had to leave the game.
Eventually, Ohio State would fall by 1 point, just short of the college football playoff final. Just before the play clock, Hartman, and another completion. This one goes to the freshman Rico Flores, and it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, Flores did a nice job. I mean, as a freshman, knowing what he needed for the first down. They have two very good-looking young freshmen. Flores gets it and doesn't try to dance. He knows he's got to get 1 more yard after the catch. He splits the defenders and gets forward for the first down.
Flores, one of those two freshmen. The other one, Jaden Greathouse, has yet to catch a ball today. Came in with 3 touchdowns in the early going this season. LeBron Payne, the running back, now on first down. Not a whole lot of Estime on this drive. Payne. Big hole up the middle, and he's propelled forward by JT Tuimoloau.
Well, this is great blocking again, left side. You've got the left tackle and the left guard. That's just going right at the heart of this Ohio State defense. And the back goes right between those blocks. You got the tight end getting to the next level, Mitchell Evans, number 88. And Notre Dame just trying with their offensive line, trying to impose their will a little bit here on this drive, trying to get on the scoreboard.
Knocking on the door of that red zone once again.
And if you run like that, and now there's only 1 deep safety, you give yourself man-to-man situations to throw the football if you want to go play action.
They will run it with Payne. Sets up the blockers and is spun down just shy of the 20. Davison Igbinosun comes from the secondary and makes another big play.
I got to believe that Marcus Freeman and Jared Parker are thinking 4-down territory here. Your field goal kicker already missed one earlier. He's got a great leg, and you want points. But if you can get this down to 4th and 1 again, I would imagine that they're going to go for it. 4th and 2 or 3, maybe not.
10th play of the drive. Payne puts the nose down, and it looks like he's got it.
What a tough run. I mean, this is a hard-nosed run by Jabron Payne. He's just going to take it right up in here. He knows he's going to get smacked in there. Nice cutoff block by the tight end, Mitchell Evans. He cuts off Jack Sawyer from the backside. And Payne just takes that in there. Again, running between the left tackle and the left guard for a big first down. Are they going to take a look at the measurement?
You'd have to imagine they will.
The ruling of the field of the first down is under further review.
So for the moment, Jabron Payne has the first down. It's why the coaching staff loves him. He does all the dirty work, and we'll see if it'll stand as we step aside. Notre Dame driving late.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders. See what about them? See who's doing it.
So many Osage are killed for the oil.
We have so many deaths, we've lost count.
If anyone knows anything about it, you must come to me.
Your uncle. Are you scared of him?
Artist, I have many friends. I'm gonna tell you who did it.
Oh my God. Killers of the Flower Moon. Rated R. Only in theaters October 20th.
The new iPhone 15 Pro is here. Built with titanium and featuring the most powerful iPhone camera yet. Get it with Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia. The new titanium iPhone 15 Pro, on us, no trade-in needed. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month.
Geico makes car insurance easy. As easy as getting stuffed up during allergy season.
Before all the pollen, I used to stop and smell everything. The smell of fresh cut grass, my coffee in the morning, the hot dog smell from the hot dog guy. You did this to me.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
Curse you, ragweed pollen!
We're seeing EVs more every day. Good to know there's one that can still make people say, you don't see that every day. Because it's the only EV that's an F-150. The all-electric F-150 Lightning.
Steelers Nation, Raiders Nation, they bring it wherever they go. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Ruling of a first down for Notre Dame stands. Let's bring in Terry McCauley and take us through it.
Yeah, no, he's got to get to the 18. The rear end is the first thing that touches, but our camera angle is an angle, so it's going to push the ball forward a little bit. So it's just not indisputable that he was short. They have to leave it where it was.
So the call on the field ends up being consequential, and this drive now spanning over 6 minutes continues inside the red zone.
51 yards rushing on this drive. Only 50 in the whole first half for Notre Dame.
Price has the pill. Up the gut and just shy of the 15. Dumped down at the 16. Methodical, slowly but surely for an explosive offense that has scored 40 or more in 5 straight games.
Well, they're doing it in a different way. You know, on this drive right here, they just have only got one explosive pass the entire game. A 25-yarder in the first half. They've got 5 explosive runs of 10 yards or more, but not the big pass play. But they're in good position to score points on this drive.
Price is in there in 2nd and 8. Hartman over the middle. It's caught. First down and more. And Merriweather is down to the 1. Expected to take a huge leap as a sophomore. Had a massive catch last week, and here's a big conversion down near the goal line.
Here's Merriweather. Watch him just find the soft spot in the defense. It's a zone defense. They dropped the defensive end. He found the nice seam, and Hartman put the football right on him and got inside the 1-yard line. I got to believe it's Audric Estime time right now, right?
Estime not in there. Instead, it's Ron Payne.
Wildcat with Deron Payne. Sam Hartman is out here. Hartman's out here.
Payne will take the snap on 1st and goal. Direct snap. Payne up the middle. Stopped initially, but kept fighting for the touchdown. Jabron Payne, no helmet, no problem.
Initially stopped, but we've already talked about Jabron Payne. He does a little bit of everything. Watch him here, just second effort, keeps the legs moving, keeps driving. Also gets a block by the guard, Pat Coogan, pushing his man that opened up a little bit of a crease for Payne to fight through there. Ball gets over the plane, and a touchdown for Notre Dame.
You can feel a collective sigh of relief at Notre Dame Stadium. This offense breaks the seal and has a chance to get this back to within 3. Schrader on for the extra point.
And did they throw a single pass on that drive or not?
They did, but not very many.
It didn't feel like it, did it? Oh, yeah, they did. They got inside the 1 with the big completion.
Schrader, the extra point. It was 10 rushes and 3 passes, and it all leads to that man, Mr. Do Everything, Jabron Payne, all the dirty work through the drive. It's only right that he gets rewarded with a score, and he gets Notre Dame on the board at home.
Doors take us places, to new adventures, planned and unplanned. They lead to goals
For you, Mama.
and connect us to family.
I didn't get the card.
Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors
I did get waiter number 2.
because they know you. They can help you create a comprehensive plan for your full financial picture and personalized money management with the right balance of risk and reward. Doors were meant to be opened.
May today be a day for golf, or at least for getting outside.
May your choice of club be redeemed by your choice of hard seltzer. And may one round for the ages lead to another. High noon, sun's up.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company with nothing to hide. Get unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon for $25 a month, every month. Sorry, hidden fees, we're just not into you. Sometimes the choice is just visible. Switch today at visible.com.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As the world's best heart care and leaders in neurology and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now at Cleveland Clinic. For every life-saving treatment, for every next step, for every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Turn right onto Western Avenue. You have reached your destination.
One more?
One more time.
Turn right onto Western Avenue.
ID Light in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW.
Notre Dame football is brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands. By the Xfinity 10G network, made for streaming live sports. And by Genesis. Striking design, intuitive technology. Lux is in the details. Earlier tonight, they honored Lou Holtz and the 1988 national championship team, the last national title team that Notre Dame had, one of their 11 national titles. And Holtz in the building got quite the ovation when he came out to help greet his team. Meanwhile, Marvin Harrison looks like he is up and jumping up and down. So
great news. Great
generally
to see.
A good thing.
Yep.
Meanwhile, great response for Notre Dame to get on the board, bring this back to a one-score game as Schrader sends it away, and Johnson will field it just inside the 5. Johnson, patient, around the outside, finds a seam, and dumped down at the 35. Let's go down to Ahmed Fareed.
Yeah, no, we saw him getting those sprints in on the sideline. Right after that, he walked back over, sat right down with the starters, talked to Brian Hartline for a second, who gave him a slap on the knee. Now he's jumping up and down, testing out that ankle. It appears he's good to go. Get back in this game.
He is one tough dude, and when you're the son of Marvin Harrison Sr., that generally is what happens. You build a toughness and you build an affinity for football.
Yeah.
So we see how heavily that ankle is wrapped up, and we'll see if Harrison still has the same level of explosiveness. We saw that level from Travion Henderson, who had the 61-yard touchdown on the last drive. McCord right to Harrison right away, and a completion for a pickup of 7.
And if McCord throws this on the other side of Marvin Harrison Jr., he might run for more yards after the catch. It's thrown a little bit behind him, little slant route. He gets separation right now from Thomas Harper, but has to stop and reach back to make the catch.
Time of possession doesn't quite tell the entire story. Notre Dame with a couple of long drives, but the one play that Ohio State had run was the long touchdown by Henderson, who stays in there on 2nd down and 4. Got the football. Henderson dances and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Riley Mills, who's been relatively quiet so far today, with the stop to bring up 3rd down.
This Notre Dame defensive front does a lot of stunting and moving. That time Mills started on one side of the ball, worked back to the other side for the big stop.
Henderson out wide, 3rd and 4. Leofau on the blitz. McCord feeling it. McCord has to get rid of it. Tipped up in the air. Oh, it's complete. Cade Stover. He's still going. And they're going to blow this dead. Stover came down with a football, and we'll see where they roll it.
After the catch, his knee was down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they brought both inside backers, Leofau and Bertrand. And Kyle McCord has got to unload it, and the ball kind of flutters out of his hands. I think Bertrand hit his arm. It flutters up in the air, bounces around, and Cade Stover somehow is able to come up with the football. I think his knee was down when he caught the football.
100%.
But a heads-up play by the tight end nonetheless. And that looked for sure like it was going to be a stop by this Notre Dame defense.
Says he models his game after George Kittle, a man who can do a little bit of everything. And that was the concentration of Kittle right there. McCord, there's a chunk gain again to Ibuka into Notre Dame territory to the 41.
Yeah, he had a deep crossing route between Ibuka and Marvin Harrison Jr., and either one of those guys would have been open. See the separation from Harper, and a nice throw by McCord. He had his choice of either one of those two outstanding receivers.
And that was the 100th reception of the career of Emeka Ibuka. First set of downs. Ibuka in motion. Play action for McCord. McCord going for it all. Single coverage. And Harrison can't reel it in. Cam Hart was with him stride for stride.
Yeah, and you just wonder if that ankle has slowed him down just a hair, because he's got top-end speed. Cam Hart gets away with a little tug on the jersey. Cam Hart has no idea where the ball is. He's just trying to hang on for dear life, reading the eyes of Marvin Harrison Jr., and the ball just a little past the outstretched hand.
But now Ohio State's starting to dial up a little more aggression on the offensive end. Another pass on 1st down and 10. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down with Trainum in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. Just get it off in time. Trainum on the run. Cuts upfield, and he's stopped immediately. Blown up. A nice job by this Notre Dame front, and Joshua Burnham gets to the running back in a hurry.
Yeah, just chasing from the backside. He just takes a good course down the line, and Trainum tries to bend that thing back, and nowhere to go. Big 3rd down play here for both sides. Last 3rd down, Notre Dame elected to go with pressure. This looks like they're going to drop into coverage.
3rd and 9. McCord steps up and delivers. It's Ibuka again for a 1st down. Flag does come down in the backfield, and we'll wait for the call.
Well, I think we're going to get a personal foul on the right tackle, Josh Fryer, at the end of the play.
We await the word from Larry Smith.
He's blocking on his old teammate, Jean-Baptiste. Take a look at the top.
This penalty, since it was during the play, will be enforced in the previous spot. 15 yards. It will still be 3rd down.
There's the play. Those were two former teammates at Ohio State. No, it wasn't. Sorry, he was working on Jalen Sneed. Good route by Ibuka. All for naught, and because that was not a dead ball penalty, but in the action of the play, it wipes out the catch, it wipes out the 1st down, and now it's 3rd and a mile for Kyle McCord in the offense. That was a costly penalty by Josh Fryer.
Detrimental, and it gives Notre Dame a golden opportunity on 3rd and 24. Winding down in this 3rd quarter. McCord to the air. McCord lets it fly. Stover, and he's not going to get close. Ramon Henderson makes the tackle, and that will end this 3rd quarter in a hard-fought top 10 battle. Both teams get their first touchdown of the day in the 3rd, and now Notre Dame will get the football back to start the 4th and a chance to potentially get out in front for the first time.
The first ever People's Choice Country Awards. Hosted by Little Big Town with performances from some of your favorite artists. Plus, your country champion and icon award winner. The People's Choice Country Awards. Live Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road, as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
With over 50 million Toyota Corollas sold, it seems like we built one for everybody. And now we have. We built this one to be so dependable that it's often passed down within the family. We built this one to get 50 mpg and available all-wheel drive. This one for its handling and easy parking. This SUV for your next big adventure. And we built this one just for the fun of it. Introducing the 300 horsepower GR Corolla. Now there is a Corolla for everybody. Toyota, let's go places.
When you need urgent care and you need it fast, where you go makes all the difference. When you choose advanced urgent care from the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, you're choosing an advanced level of urgent care led by Ohio State emergency physicians. We offer walk-in treatment for more serious illnesses and injuries such as broken bones, abdominal pain, and pneumonia, all with shorter wait times and less cost than an emergency department. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Now lease the 2024 Hyundai Tucson for $279 per month or get 2.99% APR or $1,500 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com.
It's not a single store. Welcome to Big Sandy's Superstore.
Earlier today, Notre Dame fans enjoyed a cold beer in the Bud Light backyard. Grab yours and get ready for more Ohio State Notre Dame action. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And aerial coverage tonight is brought to you by Ford. What an atmosphere it's been at Notre Dame Stadium. Exactly what you'd expect when you get two historic programs and two top 10 teams going and doing battle on the field. And we've got a three-point game as we head into the fourth quarter. You really can't get much better than this.
No, and it just kind of feels like there's no margin for error in the game, right? There's not been a turnover yet. There's only been 4 penalties, but the one we just saw, the most costly penalty of the game by Josh Fryer, wiped out a key third down completion by Kyle McCord, put him in 3rd and long. Now they got to punt the football.
Yeah, in all likelihood, it's going to be Notre Dame getting the football to start this fourth quarter. And Sam Hartman, this is where it feels like you went out and got your quarterback. Use the experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you brought him in here, to be in a position to try to win a game like this in the fourth quarter.
So they will punt it away. And oh, what a bounce and what coverage on special teams. Ohio State pins Notre Dame deep inside the 5.
All right, time now for the Walmart Look Plus from above. It was the Notre Dame run game. Only 50 yards rushing in the first half. In the third quarter, they said, you know what? We got to get a little tougher. We're going to run the football. They threw it 3 times in a drive, but most of the damage was done on the ground. They used a multitude of guys, and finally at the end, it was Jabron Payne paying it off with the Notre Dame touchdown, and it's a 1-score game.
You know, Todd, you asked Notre Dame defensive coordinator Al Golden about what he learned from the NFL, his time in the NFL, both with the Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals. He said he learned that most games aren't decided until the final 4 minutes, and it certainly feels like we're in for a fantastic finish tonight. Greathouse in motion. They give it to him on that jet sweep, and he will pick up 3. Greathouse hasn't been involved as much as we expected him to be. Coaches were really looking forward to him having a big game in his first big moment as a freshman. And now how does Marcus Freeman coach this game a little bit differently than he did in his first regular season game as a head coach last year against Ohio State?
Well, we already talked about, you know, he doesn't want to play not to lose. He wants to play to win, and he's got a savvy veteran quarterback that he trusts.
Hartman looking around, lofts it. Greathouse is right there for a big gain. Cuts it back and is devoured at the 35. Igbinosun and Proctor combine on the tackle, but Hartman finally goes for 28 to the freshman.
This fooled the Ohio State defense. It was a fake wide receiver screen both ways, and then the middle opened wide up. Ohio State went to both sides to defend the screen, and nobody accounted for Greathouse in the middle of the field. Perfectly designed play to get out from their own end zone.
Put a man in motion. And the crowd not happy. That is the substitution rule that Ohio State's allowed to match the substitution from Notre Dame. Hand it off. Estime, who's been incredibly quiet in this second half, and again gets bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and there's no room to dance. You know, you just have to hit it fast and hit it hard. And if you can only get 3 yards, you only get 3 yards. But this is a rugged Ohio State defense. Tommy Eichenberg, the leading tackler, is going to be there along with JT. And a very short gain for Estime,
who is normally outstanding in the fourth quarter, nearly 10 yards per carry this season. We'll see if he has that heroic ability once again at home. 2nd and 10 for Hartman. Dials it up. Rainbow delivery. Incomplete. It was single coverage. Flores and Igbinosun. And the crowd looking for a flag they won't get.
Now, good coverage by Igbinosun. He's got length. He's 6'2", 190 pounds. The ball's a little underthrown. And that's why Igbinosun was able to kind of get there. Take a look at it again. Well, it's close.
You mentioned that ball was underthrown. That generally does play a role in the decision for a pass interference or not. And it looks like the officials didn't see enough to get the laundry on the field. So it's 3rd down and 10. Hartman. Delivered. Complete. Another spectacular grab from Evans.
4-man rush. Solid protection. Evans out in the slot. Gets right behind the linebacker, Cody Simon. And a perfectly thrown ball by Sam Hartman. In between 3 white jerseys, he drops a dime.
As a freshman, Sam Hartman, who earned the starting job at Wake Forest, played against Notre Dame.
Yeah, I did that game.
He said that first snap, he went out there and realized, I'm not ready for this. Moment's too big. But right now, he's proving all that experience is coming in incredible handy. Hand it off. Up the gut.
That's what Estime has to do. He has to run it just like that. No dancing, no bouncing. Just get those shoulders square and power forward for as much as you can get. Nice lead block in there by Davis Sherwood, number 38. He's a backup tight end, lined up as a fullback, and that's good hard-nosed running by Estime.
Evans in motion again, who has had himself a day. 6 catches, 70 yards. Right back to the ground. Estime keeps fighting, and he's going to get the first down. Ty Hamilton stops him in his tracks, but now Notre Dame, the offense continues to hum, and all Kyle McCord can do is watch. These two teams, this is a season where it feels like that national title relevance and competitiveness is up for grabs. Both these teams feel like they should be in the conversation, and this fourth quarter will go a long way in deciding it. Hartman uncorks down the sideline. Flag is down. Merriweather, the intended target. Igbinosun once again in coverage.
Yeah, and this time they're going to get Igbinosun, I think, with the pass interference. Had hands on him.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 1. 10-yard penalty on the previous spot, automatic first down.
The last one, there was no call, and probably rightfully so, and this time he had them all in a bear hug running down the field, and a first down for Notre Dame.
These two coaches, they both said that while you don't want to exactly acknowledge that this is a different game than the other ones, you have to at least say this one feels different. While the preparation stays the same,
right,
there's a little bit of extra emotion, a little bit of extra reps that go into this one, and this is where it pays off in the fourth quarter. Jeremiah Love, the running back, on first down. Play clock down to 1. They weren't going to get that off.
I think Marcus called a timeout. Sam Hartman, as many starts as he's had, was not aware of the play clock right there.
Notre Dame, the first of the half, will be 30 seconds in late.
You know, it's interesting. It's a low-scoring game, right? 10-7. But it's been a very clean game. You know, no turnovers, very few penalties. Not a lot of mental errors or mental mistakes. It's just been a hard-fought, physical football game, being determined right now at the line of scrimmage.
Marcus Freeman mentioned that a lot of the way that Notre Dame has played early this season, if they had played that way last year, they would have lost the game. And this year, they've won the games by 20 points.
Yeah.
This is a different situation. You won a national championship as a quarterback, and you had to play in a lot of close games that season. What is the message you're continuing to give to your team just to keep them engaged?
Well, the message is, hey, whatever it takes to win, we're going to do. It's complementary football. Our defense is playing great. All right, we have to complement with that offense, and when we get opportunities to make a play, we got to make a play.
Ford and Love both in the backfield. Hand it off for Love. And another burst across the 15 for the freshman.
This two-back set has been effective. And I'll tell you what, these backs blocking for each other. Watch Devin Ford, number 22, stick his nose right up in there. Steele Chambers meets him in the hole. But that's good for about a 7-yard gain thanks to the lead block by Devin Ford. And that's just, again, a willingness to block and to put your face on a guy like that in the hole at the point of attack.
47 yards for Jeremiah Love. 2nd down and 4. Flores in motion. Right back to Love. And he wiggles through across the 10. Pyle continues to move inside the 5. And it's 1st and goal.
Well, Ohio State took a risk there. They tried to bring pressure. The problem was they brought pressure opposite side of the run. They brought pressure here, and the run bounces out this way, and there's not enough defenders there. And it's a well-timed call and an easy 1st down, running away from the pressure.
Notre Dame has yet to lead today. They fell down 3-0 at the end of the 2nd quarter. They were down 10-0 midway through the 3rd. But this half, they have controlled the time of possession and looking to go in and take their first lead of the night. Estime continues to fight down to the 2.
Well, the other thing you're doing here, and obviously you want to score and take the lead, but you're letting your defense rest, and you're putting a little bit more stress on Ohio State and Kyle McCord in his first big start on the road, because you're limiting maybe the number of opportunities Ohio State will have offensively between now and the end of the football game.
This is a drive that started at the Notre Dame 4-yard line after a sensational punt from Ohio State. 11th play of the drive to Darian Price, the running back, on 2nd and goal. Hartman going to the air. Looking end zone. Wide open. Touchdown Irish. Rico Flores.
It was a bunch formation. What a beautiful concept for the touchdown. You're going to have 2 receivers are going to stop right on the goal line, and Flores is going to go to the back of the end zone and get the catch. He gets separation from Igbinosun. The 2 short receivers hold the coverage, and a perfect throw. You quarterback, you're taught to throw that high to the back of the end zone. Either your guy gets it or nobody gets it. Perfect execution for the touchdown.
And you see the celebration on the sideline. That's the first career touchdown for Rico Flores, and what a moment for him to do it. Schrader for the extra point. 14-10. 14 unanswered for the Irish. Flores has made plays all night, and leave it to the 6th-year senior to find the true freshman in the back of the end zone to take the first lead for the Irish.
Critics are calling The Creator the best film of the year.
Take care of her.
I promise. It is a cinematic masterpiece.
Our mission is to terminate the weapon Alpha O.
They're coming to get me.
I'm getting you out of this. It's the best sci-fi film in the past decade. See this film on the biggest screen possible.
Seatbelts.
The Creator. Rated PG-13. Friday. Get tickets now.
I'll be there in 30 minutes, I think.
See you there. I'm moving. Please. Oh.
class-leading safety and tech features to elevate your commute. The all-new Hyundai Kona.
For 12 years, for 4,383 sunrises, across millions of mornings, we've been working to make one thing better. This, a science-driven formulation to support whole body, brain, and gut health. Start at drinkag1.com.
Wasn't it?
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Artists like you make our show special.
I would love you to be on my team.
That was the worst accent I've ever heard.
I don't know, Reba.
The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
With Discover, every fan earns cash back on their game day purchases. Discover, the official card of the Big Ten.
Notre Dame Stadium rocking, and that man has galvanized this fan base even more than they generally are. Comes in after incredible success at Wake Forest and has just delivered time and time again in the early going this season. Now it goes to the inexperienced quarterback on the other side in Kyle McCord, and we'll see if Ohio State can respond with another successful drive. Schrader will send it deep for Notre Dame. Xavier Johnson back to receive it for Ohio State, and will let it sail into the end zone for another touchback.
Well, time for our Jersey Mikes above the rest. It's the Notre Dame offensive line. We talked about this game being decided in the trenches. Who would be able to run the football and who would stop the run? In the first half, neither team did much. Ohio State had the one long run, but here in the second half, Notre Dame 114 yards on the ground, and they have just been challenging this Ohio State defense, going right at them, and the offensive line has kept the pocket clean for Hartman and made room to run the football.
Now what does Ohio State's offense need to do?
Ohio State's offense needs to put a drive together too, right? I think they still need to throw on early downs because that's the easiest down to get completions for Kyle McCord.
Fakes the handoff to Ibuka. McCord on the bootleg. Just a little push pass. It goes to Julian Fleming. And a great play by Benjamin Morrison as he finds him, undercuts him for barely a gain of one.
Yeah, it's a bootleg trying to get McCord out. And a quick little completion to Fleming, who's coming underneath the formation. And a really nice play by Morrison, who was in man coverage on Fleming. That's why he was so close to make that play after the catch.
You can feel the energy at Notre Dame Stadium. McCord to throw on second down. Good protection, runs out. And another completion, a tough catch made as Jean-Baptiste was in pursuit on McCord. Stover somehow brings it in, and it brings up third down.
Marvin Harrison Jr. in the backside, a lot of bodies just around him, nowhere to go, and a really nice job by McCord is extending the play under duress and getting the catch.
3rd and 5.
Will they bracket Marvin Harrison again on this third down play? You got Ibuka down on the right side. Here's him. Marvin's up top.
McCord over the middle, wide open. Xavier Johnson with a lot of space. Well into Notre Dame territory. Cam Hart tracks him down. What a play by the captain grad student for Ohio State to the tune of 40 yards.
This is a mistake because this is Morrison coming on a blitz, and nobody picks up the middle of the field receiver. Xavier Johnson is right there, an easy read for Kyle McCord. But nobody in coverage behind that blitz, and Notre Dame got burned by busting a coverage. Nice read by Kyle McCord.
And now knocking on the door of field goal range, although that doesn't do you a whole lot of good here. Pitch it But no, this play is going to be whistled dead with a flag coming in.
Yeah, a little movement early. They were pulling linemen to the right and running the ball to the left.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Josh Simmons, the transfer from San Diego State.
Just a little quick out of his stance.
He had dealt with penalties quite a bit coming into this game. 19 penalties committed since the start of last year, is the most in the country among tackles. Backs him up. 1st and 15. Just get it off in time from McCord. Lost one towards the sideline. Henderson with separation, and the flag's going to come in.
Yeah, that was J.D. Bertrand, who was in coverage and really had no idea where the ball was and ran into the intended receiver. See, he's out there guarding the running back.
15-yard penalty from the previous
and the speed of Henderson gets by him, and then he ends up just kind of running into him because he's beat on the play and he doesn't know where the football is. That's a hard matchup for Bertrand because of the speed of Henderson. Man coverage out in space against a heck of an athlete.
Marcus Freeman, Al Golden, defensive coordinator, so glad to have J.D. Bertrand back this week after he missed last week with a concussion. The captain, the quarterback of that defense, but a mental error there. And now Ohio State in the red zone. Play action pass from McCord. McCord with plenty of time. It finally runs out. He just lofts it towards the end zone, back to the end zone, and incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. McCord tried to extend the play as long as he could and then just let it fly out of the back of the end zone. It's kind of max protection. You got tight ends in, backs in, and nobody open. And McCord does the right thing, just sailing it out of the back of the end zone. Live to play another down. You know, don't make a mistake. Again, it just feels like there's no margin for error for either team in this game right now.
And it's what the staff has valued from Kyle McCord. Consistency and taking care of the football. 2nd and 10. Henderson finds the hole. Henderson breaks a tackle, and he gets tripped up just shy of the first down. Picks up 9.
You know, the only thing, both defenses have played very well and made their plays, but Notre Dame still has had too many missed tackles. And they're lucky that Henderson lost his balance because he would have walked into the end zone. It was another missed tackle.
Play clock needs to be at 40. They had a defensive helmet come off. They will both start on my signal.
So we get the reset after the helmet comes off. And a full play clock to work with now for Ohio State. Here's a test for that Notre Dame red zone defense.
3rd and short has been a problem for Ohio State.
Henderson, the handoff. Oh, I'm not sure he got it. Javonte Jean-Baptiste, the first one to him, and he's short.
Yeah, they're only converting like 44% so far on 3rd and 4 or less. Here's 3rd and 1. And he doesn't get it. 4th down and less than 1 now for the Buckeyes.
Ohio State 0 for 1 on 4th down tonight. Chip Traynham will come in at the running back. 4th and less than a yard.
Are they even going to snap it? Ryan Day's going to call timeout. Right now, they're just trying to get a jump off sides. And Ryan Day says, let's call timeout and get the play that we want here on 4th and 1.
Ohio State, it's their 2nd and a half. It'll be 30 seconds in late.
But that's key because you heard it, 2nd of the half.
Yep.
And now that means Ohio State's, no, I believe that was the 1st of the half, right? He said 2nd of the half.
I think
it was the 1st. Notre Dame had called a timeout earlier in this 2nd half as well. So now both teams with 2 timeouts with 4:17 remaining. This is obviously a critical play on both sides, but it's not the end of the world. Certainly if Ohio State doesn't get it, they can go back to the defensive side where they've had some big time stands. But if you're Ryan Day, the play caller for the Buckeyes, where are you going here?
Well, I think you're going to power run it. I mean, you could go quarterback sneak because it's less than 1 yard.
First timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining.
I mean, you're less than 1 yard. You could go quarterback sneak with the push from behind. Or you give it to, Trainum is your big back, right? Your speed back is Henderson. Mayan Williams, we've not seen much of him. Trainum's the 233-pound back. I think it's quarterback sneak or it's give it to Trainum. Your two guards are your best offensive linemen. I think you squeeze in behind them.
Play clock all the way down to 5. McCord handed off. Abuka around the edge. He is stonewalled. Notre Dame gets the stop, and they get the football back.
I hope you know there are millions feeling just like you.
Lost. Surrounded by darkness.
But we want you to know it's okay to lean on others.
Talk to a friend.
To ask for help.
Whether you're a
mentor, teammate,
mom.
It doesn't matter who you are. We are all bonded together and trying to overcome this stigma.
Kicking
the stigma.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly grill your hot subs right in front of you. You can't get that smell anywhere else unless you have one of these. Don't mind me. Take the sizzle to go. Okay. Whoops. I'll pay for those.
Here you go, Danny.
Time to get these smells home. Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above. That's good sizzle.
All flights have been grounded. Heavy storms are rolling in from the
city was sticky and cool. Maybe I should have called you first, but I was trying to get to you. I was dreaming while I drove the long straight road ahead. I drove all night.
The distance is nothing when home means everything.
Gold came from the heavens. Here on Earth, it's used in our most important work. Gold marks the highest standard. It brings light, whether in the earth or in our hearts. Gold is the knowledge that can help a world in need. That's why the most valuable gold isn't the kind you keep, it's the kind you share.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy.
Are you familiar with predictable irrationality?
Paradoxical persuasion. Bereavement sex.
Nothing irrational about that.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Ryan Day, 4th and less than 1, anticipating that Notre Dame would stuff up the inside, decides to go end around. They ran this jet sweep earlier for a nice gain, but on 4th and 1, Notre Dame defends it beautifully. Jack Kaiser and DJ Brown, watch 24 and 2 string it out and stop the ball carrier short. A beautiful defensive play on 4th down.
And now Hartman back to work for Notre Dame with the advantage. Hartman rolls and finds an open receiver. Rico Flores for a first down.
See, just no panic in Sam Hartman, right? I mean, that play took a long time, but there was not enough pressure for him to do anything. He just kind of moved and moved and moved, bought time, and then got to completion. Again, his coolness, his composure, and his calmness, I think, has been even more valuable to this team than his talent. And right now, in the final 4 minutes of the football game with a lead, that's what you want more than anything. His presence in the huddle and at the line of scrimmage. And his decision-making with the football in his hands.
Ohio State only the 2 timeouts. Play clock all the way down under 5. Estime a big hole. And it continues to drag tacklers for a first down.
Well, again, 125 yards rushing in the second half. Now for this Notre Dame offense, it's just power football. going right at him. Blake Fisher, the right tackle, number 54, big-time block on that play. And just running right at the heart of this Ohio State defense. And it's a good defense. It's played well. But Notre Dame just challenging them at the line of scrimmage and winning.
Todd, Notre Dame has dominated the ball in this second half. 34 plays for the Irish, 15 for the Buckeyes.
Most of that is because they're running. You know, there's not incomplete passes. They're running the football and making first downs.
Hartman's going to keep. Probably the wrong decision. Spun down by Tui Moloau.
Now that's the kind of play Ohio State needed. A negative yardage play. Because Notre Dame has been ahead of the blocks, the sticks.
Iowa State.
Ohio State calls their second timeout. We'll step aside.
I used to watch the Heisman House every year on TV. And I'd always wonder, is it real? It's very real.
Take a little bit more up the top.
Now that I've been here a while, it's a lot like campus. We have roommates.
Hey, Caleb, just try and keep it down. It's nap time.
Of course, there's a gym.
10. All right, people, here we go. Looking good, RG3.
No, you're looking good, RG3.
Yeah, so it's a lot
You need
like...
the room, rookie.
We're doing a tiki-talk. Pound. Just like campus.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and an entree with sides starting at just $10.99. Wait, $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Welcome to Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football is on. It's Detroit
wide open touchdown
up against Green Bay.
Deep downfield.
As the Lions take on the Packers.
Into the end zone.
Stream Thursday Night Football only on Prime.
Guinness has always been about community and friendship. Part of caring for the people around you is to enjoy alcohol responsibly. So Guinness reminds you to drink in moderation or don't drink at all.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan house.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
Ugh, bit of an eyesore.
I'll say.
Dry shave. Interesting technique.
That's going to come back to haunt him. Some people clean while they cook, not these folks.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saves us a ton. If only they'd bundled the leaves. You know, I wouldn't have pegged these two as yogis.
I still don't.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. At Ohio State, all that we accomplish means even more when achieved together. We're creating the new field of imageomics to track biodiversity, space farming to feed the world. We're developing cardio-oncology therapies to reduce heart damage, AI trust verification to protect AI technologies from hackers, and engineering more fuel-efficient cars. At Ohio State, we're creating these solutions the world needs now.
It's been a quiet night so far for JT Tuimoloau, but this play he blows up. And Sam Hartman decides to keep the football. They were trying to go with that fake to one back, give to the other. They've had success with that, but not that time because JT was in the backfield and Sam Hartman decided not to try to make the handoff.
Ohio State can only stop it one more time. They're going to go to the air with Hartman. And it was nearly picked off. We saw Tuimoloau do that time and time again against Penn State a year ago.
Yep. Back-to-back plays. He's been pretty quiet. Here he is. He's going to read the screen and get out in the throw lane. And that was so close.
Would have been the first interception of the season for Sam Hartman. And now 3rd and 15.
Yeah, you got to be smart here if you're Sam Hartman, right? Complimentary football. You've got a 4-point lead. We're getting down towards 2 minutes. Don't get greedy on this 3rd and long.
And they'll run it with Payne. Dances across the 30 and to the 32. Proctor makes contact. And will Ohio State, looks like they'll save the timeout. So they will get the football back with under 2 minutes to play. Clock will stop on those first downs, and they've got the one timeout to work with.
And if you're Notre Dame, you want to let this clock go down as far as you can. And then try to flip the field with the punt here.
Curious
Ohio
call.
State, number 16. That's changed to number 4.
Flip it back and forth, and that number 4, Lorenzo Styles, back to his normal number. Meanwhile, flag is down, and they'll just back it up on the delay of game.
Now remember this.
False start. Kicking team, number 27. 5-yard penalty.
Take a look at that from Bertrand on the false start. But the play clock was winding all the way down either way.
You're trying to flip the field here, but remember, this is Ibuka as a punt returner. And you know how dangerous he is with the ball in his hands. So you got to be very disciplined in your punt coverage here if you're Notre Dame.
It is the boot from McPherson. And now Ibuka with some space. Ibuka waiting for some blockers, and will just go down at the 35. Solid field position for Kyle McCord and the Ohio State offense, looking to drive for the win when we come back.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
On a Sunday. Gotta go. I forgot the sausage.
You guys ready to eat? There you go.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile.
It only costs $50 at T-Mobile.
Just one cord to set up.
Say goodbye to that truck.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
It's hard to put it into words. When I tried, life felt absurd. You left the roots of my soul. I tell myself not to lose control. I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're a lion like me on a line like you. You got the hands.
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
Tomorrow, exclusively on Peacock, the rivalry is reignited in the North London Derby. Arsenal.
That's just stunning.
Tottenham.
And listen to the volume.
Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, only on Peacock.
Well, Todd, you can go back and look at all the decisions the coaches made, but there are two big ones that stand out. The 4th and 1 call for Ohio State and the 2nd and 15 call for Notre Dame.
Yeah, they called a safe play. The screen, you don't expect it, you don't complete it. I mean, JT made a great play on it. It falls incomplete, and that stops the clock and allows Ohio State to save their last time out.
They'll start this drive from the 35. Henderson in motion. McCord looking to swing it to him, and that's going to be incomplete. It was tipped at the line and just barely a forward pass.
I think Javonte Jean-Baptiste may have got a hand on it. He's trying to make a safe play on first down, and you can see right there, Jean-Baptiste gets enough on the ball to alter the course, and it's 2nd and 10.
Coaches have tried to make sure that he stayed focused on the game and not going up against his former teammates. But whatever he's done, he has been spectacular as a record today. 2nd and 10. McCord, screen, over the head of Henderson.
He had space, too, because they free released him, and there was nobody picking him up. But the ball is going to be a little bit high and hard. Watch right here. Nobody's there to pick up Henderson. It's high and it's behind the running back, and that's why Trayvon's like, just get that ball in front of me, and I'm off to the races. And now it's 3rd and 10.
And a first-year starting quarterback, Kyle McCord, who has not been in this type of environment. McCord uncorks. It's complete. First down, Ohio State to Ibuka.
I mean, Ibuka just has such a great feel. Watch him sit down between Harper and the safety and make the catch in space.
He has had some huge third down conversions today. McCord hit as he throws. Incomplete in the direction of Fleming.
A good pressure that time. Jean-Baptiste in there. He's coming from the outside. Right here he is. He's going to get good pressure, collapse the pocket. Also, Jalen Sneed, who has been a presence in the game today. He has shown up. Got a lot of sudden burst and good position by Benjamin Morrison there to knock it away.
Can McCord find a signature moment in just his 4th game as a starter? 2nd and 10. McCord feeling the pressure, gets rid of it for Stover, and a positive gain. Did get out of bounds, which was the key here, pausing the clock until they get it to the line. Third and 7.
Oh, Ibuka has been the guy, it seems like, on 3rd down. A lot of attention being paid to Marvin Harrison Jr. He's up here. Ibuka's right here.
McCord steps up, and he's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. Major pressure from Notre Dame, and J.D. Bertrand, the captain.
Yeah, Bertrand comes on the blitz. There's a man to pick him up. Travian Henderson just doesn't do a good enough job blocking the blitz, and Bertrand is able to get a hit on the quarterback right as he's releasing the football.
Here's the ball game.
And they're taking Henderson out on this 4th down play and bringing a bigger back in, train him to help pass protect on 4th down.
Ohio State does have the timeout. And they used it.
Timeout. Notre Dame. It's their 2nd of the half. Will be 30 seconds in length.
So it's Marcus Freeman who takes his 2nd timeout.
Kind of like the basketball timeout. You know, you see the formation on the last play or the out-of-bounds play. 4th down play could be the last play of the ball game. Freeman sees they were in an empty backfield and calls timeout to make the right adjustment. I'll tell you what, Al Golden told us, you know, it's going to come down to this, the last 4 minutes, and it has. I mean, this has been a great battle between 2 very physical football teams, and it comes down to this one play right here.
We just saw Marvin Harrison Jr. On a normal day, it's a given that it's going to him. The football is heading his direction. But today, with the ankle issue, and he's just been relatively quiet overall, it's been Ibuka who's been the man to step up.
Right. I mean, you don't ever want to rule that guy out, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. But the pressure here the last couple downs has also been a factor for Notre Dame and what they've been able to do in affecting Kyle McCord.
4th in the ball game.
Looks like bracket coverage on Marvin down here on the right.
McCord steps up over the middle. First down. Julian Fleming with the extra extension.
How about that? Julian Fleming, very quiet, crossing route, working on the nickelback Thomas Harper, and gets just enough for the first down. Stover's open.
Nearly intercepted.
Oh boy, he's so lucky. Stover was wide open. The pass was late, and DJ Brown almost intercepted it. Watch DJ Brown read this and come right in front of the intended receiver and not able to catch the football. Stover was open for a moment, and then DJ Brown could have ended the game right there. Again, no margin for error all night.
McCord to throw on 2nd down. Another completion, diving grab from Harrison.
Working in between defenders. I mean, there's a lot of attention to him, but he makes a great catch.
McCord looking towards the end zone. Oh, broken up. Benjamin Morrison locked in with Harrison.
Boy, these two have battled tonight. I mean, there have been some really good one-on-one matchups. Now, there's safety help if he comes back to the inside, but it's an outside route. And so Morrison is right there one-on-one, and he can't play it much better than that.
Morrison is a freshman last year, a team-high 6 interceptions. 11th play of the drive. McCord hit. McCord keeps the football, lets it loose, and he throws it away. Great penetration again by Botello.
Yeah, this shows some strength by Kyle McCord, too. I mean, he's able to get rid of this football. They're going to talk about whether it was intentional grounding, but I think there were receivers in the area. He was not out of the tackle box.
It's close, and they do throw the flag here, and this will end up being intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding, offense, number 6. So lost it down on the play.
Terry, are they calling that just because he was definitely trying to avoid the sack? I mean, it seemed like there were receivers in the area.
Todd, he was in the he was still in the tackle box.
Right.
He has to throw the ball in the direction of a receiver. We'll watch 18's route. He cuts inside, and then the quarterback throws it away from him.
Yeah.
Had 18 been outside the numbers, or excuse me, outside the numbers, it wouldn't have been a foul. But he's well away from that direction. It is intentional grounding and a good call.
And you just heard it at the very end there from our referee, Larry Smith. Ohio State's going to have to use that final timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff that comes from the penalty. And let's just take another look at that route. So, Terry, we're saying if he broke maybe to the outside, now they avoid this intentional grounding altogether.
Yeah, absolutely, and the quarterback had also been hit, but he starts his throwing motion after contact, so it's all on him. So that contact doesn't matter. It's all on the quarterback. He's got to get it in the vicinity of a receiver. And again, it's the direction he threw it that made this intentional grounding.
Yeah, and credit Jordan Botello because he made the play. He got quick pressure in there. We've seen him play inside and outside. He gets the pressure and forces the throw. And ultimately the penalty on Ohio State.
This feels pretty obvious. You got 2 shots at the end zone here. 3rd and 19 from the 22. No timeouts and 15 seconds left.
Yep.
So you've got to take your shot.
Yep. Well, you got guys to do it to, right? I mean, you've got some guys that you can take a chance with. The question is now, does Al Golden choose to continue pressure and try to get to Kyle McCord before he can find Marvin Harrison or Abuka or Cade Stover near the end zone? Three-man rush.
McCord floats it, end zone, caught short. Abuka makes the catch inside the 1. Clock will pause here. They can spike it. Get onside. McCord clocks it with 7.
What a throw. And again, Abuka just reading the coverage and finding the soft spot. It's a 3-man rush. They're dropping 8, and he does a great job of gearing down his route at the end instead of running into the coverage. And McCord able to find it. What a big-time throw and catch at this point in the game.
Henderson and Hart had to keep him outside the goal line. But now, 7 seconds left. 2nd and goal. No timeouts.
You have 2 throws or you have 1 run. Here, that's all you got.
And Notre Dame will take their final timeout.
Timeout. Notre Dame. The 3rd and final charge timeout. Be 30 seconds and late.
Well, that's the key with this Ohio State offense. Marvin Harrison Jr. might not have the best day, but Emeka Abuka is good enough to be a #1 receiver pretty much everywhere else in the country. And he's got a great night. 7 catches, 96 yards, and some clutch grabs for Ohio State.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the clutch type of grabs that they've been in critical moments, and credit Kyle McCord. I mean, with a couple big-time throws here to get his team in position. 21 of 38. 240 yards now. And Ohio State with a chance to drive right here for the win.
What a moment for this young man out of St. Joseph's High School. Won the job leading into week 3. Second and goal. McCord rolls, fires, incomplete. Harrison the intended target. 3 seconds left, and third down upcoming.
Train him in again for Travion Henderson. If you're Notre Dame, you got to be alert for a run here as the last play of the game.
Give it to him. Train him up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They walk it off at Notre Dame Stadium.